Ascension Global SSS-level talent from the start. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 76, Preparing for a 100-game winning streak. Can't you ask? Li Chengfeng is strange. Why did Zhang Gan, who was still serious just now, suddenly laugh? Can't you tell a joke yourself? Zhang Gan raised his index finger. The legendary streak achievement is a full 10,000 win streak. Li Chengfeng smacks his tongue. Mom, 10,000 winning streaks. Epic doesn't have 100 winning streaks. It's only 50 more than the excellent streak. How come there are so many legends? Legends are simply not too outrageous. Is it so easy to get a legendary achievement? What is a legend? Zhang Gan clasped the tabletop heavily, and said excitedly, undefeated myths can become legends. Li Chengfeng understands that the competitive legend is a little far away from him for the time being. All you can think of right now is an epic achievement of winning every battle. The Freeway faction currently has an epic achievement. If you get your second epic achievement yourself, in the future, in the Xiaoao sect, won't the wind be like the wind and the rain will be like the rain? Zhang Gan finally asked, how? If you decide to go for 100 consecutive victories, I'll start building a team to support you. Li Chengfeng's wishes are very important. If he doesn't want to fight and drive the ducks to the shelves, it's just a waste of human and financial resources. Li Chengfeng is decisive. Okay, then give it a try. Zhang Gan got up. I'll do it right now. You come to the Glory Ministry at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to select a team. The responsibility of the director of the honor department is to assist, help or supervise the disciples of the honor department, continue to achieve more or better achievements. Zhang Gan returned to his office, drafted a recruitment announcement and posted it to the Xiaoao faction. Announcement: now recruiting a 5-person competitive support team. Disciples who have studied martial arts of various sects are required to, or a disciple who has in-depth research on major foreign races, please sign up if you meet the requirements. The duration of the assignment is about 3 months. During the mission, an additional 10 temporary status points are provided. If the task is successfully completed, the status score will be permanently increased by 10 points. So cool. Permanently increase status points by 10 points, equal to 2 outstanding achievements. Who are you assisting? It should be a senior brother or sister from the Glory Department who wants to get a high-level competitive achievement. It won't be senior brother Li Chengfeng, right? Probably not. He just won the 50-game winning streak. After winning 50 consecutive victories, I went to 100 consecutive victories. Epic achievements are so easy to get. The 10-point task is so generous. It is definitely not an ordinary achievement. That might be senior brother Chengfeng. Does it mean that as long as you join the team, you can meet senior brother Chengfeng every day? Wow, then I have to sign up quickly. You are not allowed to argue with me. 10 permanent status points in 3 months. So cool. Hurry up to sign up. That is, if it is successful, the annual salary will be increased by 120,000. Within half a day, Zhang Jin received more than 500 applications. After some screening tests, only 50 disciples remain qualified. The next day at 9 o'clock in the morning, these 50 disciples gathered in the discussion hall of the Ministry of Glory. Li Chengfeng in casual clothes walked calmly from the door. Everyone whispered, it's really senior brother Li. Great. Brother Li is so handsome. Li Chengfeng was photographed as he passed the crowd. When he turned his head, he saw 2 beautiful women who looked exactly the same. It was the Mu Xiaobei and Mu Zhaoqing sisters he had met in the corridor before. Mu Xiaobei put his palm beside his mouth. Senior brother, remember to choose us. Mu Zhaoqing put his hands together and implored, please. The sisters are usually very interested in interracial. Did some research. This mission has good status points to get. Also signed up and passed. Li Chengfeng smiled and continued walking towards Director Zhang Gan in front. Zhang Gan pointed at everyone with the palm of his hand. Well, everyone is here. A sister team. You can choose by yourself. Li Chengfeng looked around. There were men and women in the crowd, old and young. When the information mode is turned on, everyone has their names floating on them. He looked at it for a while and directly called, Mu Zhaoqing, Mu Xiaobei, choose 2 beautiful ones to be cheerleaders. It is pleasing to the eye, the mood is good, and the will to fight should be higher. The sisters were so happy that they couldn't help jumping and cheering. Yeah, long live senior brother Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng's eyes continue to search for flowers. Surprised to find a guy with glasses. This world worships martial arts, half of the day at school is outdoors, few people wear glasses. Li Chengfeng came to Xiaopai for so long, and it was the first time he saw a person wearing glasses. It looks like a nerd who reads a lot, knowledge is more extensive. Click the name of the glasses, Zhuju. In addition, an old man with crane hair was ordered. Zhaoyan 39 Older people should be well informed and experienced, often able to provide constructive advice. The last assistant was arranged by Zhang Gan himself. Zuyuan from the Ministry of Glory is an old man who has experienced hundreds of battles. Often in the arena, fighting experience, 0 after selecting the auxiliary team, Zhang Gan pulled everyone into a small group, and named it as 100 battles and 100 victories. Then he told everyone, now you are all in the group, what does Li Chengfeng need during this time? You must do your best to help. The time to hit 100 consecutive victories is very critical, let him have no worries. After matching the opponent, you must analyze and summarize the characteristics, strengths and weaknesses of your opponents as soon as possible. Report to Li Chengfeng. In addition, Zuyuan served as the team leader and reported the record to me at any time 99, got the director 35. Then he said to Li Chengfeng, you have to cheer, if you fail, the team will be disbanded. Li Chengfeng nodded, it took so much trouble to play an arena by himself clear. Zhang Gan patted him on the shoulder, I know you don't like wearing second-hand gear, and I see that you don't really rely on equipment to fight, therefore, there will be no support for you to arrange rental equipment. However, there should be some support. Every time you win a game, Perry will give you the same equipment subsidy as the winning streak reward. How to arrange the equipment is up to you. Okay, Li Chengfeng has no problem with this subsidy money, but thinks he is a little long-winded. It's over, I'll go to the arena after that 35 PS. Newcomers and new books, ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg. Thank you. 5. Chapter 77 Embark on a competitive journey. Li Chengfeng came out from the Ministry of Glory. The 5 assistants followed suit. Mu Xiaobei came over and asked, Senior Brother Chengfeng, are we going to the arena now? Li Chengfeng, then why not? It's 50 games short, try to play 100 games as soon as possible. No one else spoke, just followed Li Chengfeng. Although they all participated in this mission, but they didn't understand Li Chengfeng's strength. All I know is that he just won 50 consecutive victories, he didn't even know what martial arts or weapons he used. So I didn't speak rashly. Li Chengfeng took a closer look at his assistants. Mu Xiaobei, grade 16, 21 years old, ordinary disciple. Mu Zhaoqing, grade 16, 21 years old, ordinary disciple. Zhuju, grade 18, 27 years old, member of the first copy. Zhaoyan, grade 25, 76 years old, ordinary disciple. Zuyuan, grade 40, 83 years old, Ministry of Glory, a lifetime obsessed with the arena, has the same 50-game winning streak as Li Chengfeng, a career-high 63-game winning streak. These assistants are old and young, strong and weak, but they are still satisfied. A group of 6 people each drove to the holy station 550. It took Li Chengfeng 6 minutes to match. After teleporting to the arena, send the dual room number to the group. Everyone's phantom soon appeared on the edge of the Gobi arena. Here is the endless Gobi, a gust of winds and dust. On the opposite side is a big blue-faced man with a height of 2.5 meters and a sturdy waist. In 100 battles and 100 victories, Mu Xiaobei, Senior Brother Chengfeng, this is an orc. Mu Zhaoqing, compared with ours, they have outstanding strength attributes, outstanding physical endurance, and are more able to resist key moves. Li Chengfeng mainly uses key moves. This beastman is more resistant to key moves, so it is a bit laborious. Li Chengfeng. 3D detailed analysis. Mu Xiaobei, the average initial strength of an adult orc is 80, speed is 20, and spirit is 10. Mu Zhaoqing, in terms of the blessing of internal strength, the blessing of strength is 1.5 times that of ours. Mu Zhaoqing, the speed is the same as ours, but the spirit is 0.5 times that of a human. Li Chengfeng, it means that the speed is similar to that of people, the reaction is slower than that of people, and the strength is stronger than that of people. Mu Xiaobei, yes. Zuyuan, the other party used a large sword with a chain, be careful of the chain thorns on the back of the sword. Zhao Yan, if he is a metal internal energy, the internal energy can control the metal, and the iron chain on the back of the knife may be his third arm. Zhuju, Brother Li, come on. Li Chengfeng, good. Opposite is an orc. Li Chengfeng was still a little confused. But with an analysis of the auxiliary team, there is a clue. The orc said a few beast words, Li Chengfeng said 2 human words. They didn't understand each other, so they went to war directly. Li Chengfeng starts with 4 swords, and sees the damage effect. The orc reacted more slowly, and clearly sent out 4 sword ki, and had 2 of them. The body only paused for a while, and it seemed that it did not hurt much. Li Chengfeng had to melee him, relying on the wind sword to deal physical damage. With the basics of the finely trembling swordsmanship, he completely suppressed the orcs who couldn't react fast enough. Although Li Chengfeng is dexterous, he can dodge the big sword of the orcs. However, the ranged ki move that the orcs unleashed under their fury could still hit Li Chengfeng. The opponent's metallic internal strength, the power of Jin ki, is greater than the power of any kind of ki. Even if it is a range type move, its power should not be underestimated. The opponent is wearing a femtometer level battle armor, whose performance far exceeds that of micron level and nano level armors. Li Chengfeng just hit a crack in the armor, and the armor will quickly repair itself in a short time. So he had no choice but to use the Dong Yin Zhuwei stunt and swordsmanship of micro shaking. After this trick is activated, the spirit is greatly improved in a short period of time. The pupils shrink and the eyes are sharp, able to see the smallest and shortest flaws in the opponent's body. And the sword is also endowed with powerful ki jin. Even ordinary sword moves are more powerful than usual. A burst of chaotic sword lights and sword shadows clang. Li Chengfeng hit the orc's throat, and cracks appeared in the armor clang. Hit the same spot again in a short time. Cracks get bigger. The orc was shocked, and hurriedly used a very energy-intensive burst of energy to shake Li Chengfeng away. Li Chengfeng jumped back and pointed the tip of his sword to the crack in the armor on the orc's neck. The move that was already in his hand, 1 foot of micro-light, shot out. The black sword ki carries an unstoppable power. This stunt is to gather the inner energy into a ruler like a ruler. Hard-edged, penetrating and lethal are extremely strong. The extremely fast sword ki shot into the cracks of the orc battle armor without any prejudice. The orc's body twitched violently, clutching his neck and taking a few steps back. Obviously, even an orc who can resist ki injury, without the protection of the battle armor, he was hit by this trick and suffered heavy losses. Li Chengfeng chased after the victory. Jian ki trembles, hair. The beastman was powerless to fight back. After more than a dozen rounds, Li Chengfeng won the battle without a hitch. Victory in the duel, single-player competitive ladder points plus 101, receive a 51-game winning streak reward, money plus 51,000 yuan when the battle is over, the external shield is removed. 100 battles and 100 victories. Mu Xiaobei, senior brother Chengfeng is great. Mu Zhaoqing, senior brother Chengfeng is so strong. Mu Xiaobei, to be able to defeat orcs with key moves. Mu Zhaoqing, senior brother is too manly, don't move, I will take a handsome photo for you. Zhuju, slightly trembling swordsmanship. I thought Brother Li was using my free-spirited swordsmanship. Zuyuan, yes, it is the trembling swordsmanship, and it is the trembling swordsmanship that has been practiced at home. Unexpectedly, Junior Brother Li has already practiced such advanced swordsmanship to such a degree at such a young age. Zhao Yan, no wonder the 50-game winning streak is well-deserved. After watching Li Chengfeng play with his own eyes, it was only then that everyone understood why Piney focused on Li Chengfeng for this mission. With his martial skills and the battle IQ he showed in the battle just now, he does have a 100-game winning streak. The probability is at least 10%. This probability is already high for an epic achievement. It's really worth putting in the effort. After the fight, Li Chengfeng was still in good physical condition. Decided to take a break and play again. Zuyuan advised, Junior Brother Li, it can't be like this. The winning streak has reached this level. You should take a good rest, and strive to play in the best state in every battle. Zhao Yan also advised, yeah, aren't you tired just after a fight? Why don't you go back to rest and fight again tomorrow? I'm not tired. If I play 1 game a day, it will take a month or 2 to finish, which is too time-consuming. Senior Brother Chengfeng, it's in front of you if you don't listen to the old man's words, I know it in my heart. In the future, you can just analyze and arrange the battle. I will decide for myself. You don't need to interfere. 35 Li Chengfeng said this, and everyone no longer persuaded him to perform their own duties. In the second scene, I met a person. After much effort, Li Chengfeng decided to take a break after the game. After a break at noon, we won another game in the afternoon. This day's arena battle is over 53 wins, 47 games away from 100 consecutive victories. The 3-game winning streak arena reward 150,000. The martial arts also rewarded equipment subsidies of the same amount. There are also 300,000 in one day. In the battle of the arena, Li Chengfeng did not use the 3-point return to Yuan Qi cannon. Because, the 3-point Yuan Qi cannon exploded. It exploded when he hit Weishenbird's nest. The reason is that the 3-point return to Yuan Qi run is inlaid with star spar that exceeds the level. Overloading caused the weapon to explode. Completely destroyed, there is no possibility of repair. Frightened, Li Chengfeng also quickly replaced the 20-star spar and laid on the sword with 15-star. The speed of the sword key has dropped slightly, but it has little effect. A week has passed. Sign-in, Ling. Sign-in was successful this week. Choose one of 4 rewards. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Reward 3. Mystery challenge explosion rate is increased by 500%. Reward 4. Randomly reward a martial art. The quality is not guaranteed. Li Chengfeng's main task now is to play the arena. The improvement of internal strength is not conducive to staying at the current level. Furnace 1.3, which is basically perfect in martial arts, is very pure, and it is not necessary to improve it. If you don't play a copy, you don't need a natural explosion rate. In the end, Li Chengfeng chose reward 4. More skills do not overwhelm one's body, 1 more martial skill, 1 more possibility of fighting. The martial arts are randomly selected. Reward the first chapter of the SS-level martial art Slaying the God with a Sword. Introduction. This is a unique technique of killing that is not known to others. Li Chengfeng couldn't help but be ecstatic. SS-level martial arts. But it is a big level stronger than the trembling sword technique. And it is the first part of the stunt that is directly rewarded. Li Chengfeng get this reward immediately. Take a look at how profound and mysterious this SS-level martial skill is. Ling. Trigger mission, 10 instant kills. Requirement, kill opponents whose level and equipment are not lower than their own within 10 seconds of the battle, 10 times. Quest reward, Slaying the God with a Sword stunt medium. Chapter PS, newcomers and new books. Ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg, thank you. Chapter 78 SS grade martial skills. Li Chengfeng immediately opened Killing the God with a Sword to check it out. This set of swordsmanship is different from other swordsmanship, and there is no basic chapter. That is, the basic attack without swordsmanship, only stunts. And there are not many stunts. There are a total of 6 stunts in the first part of the stunt of small trembling sword technique. The first part of the stunt of Killing God with a Sword has only 1 stunt, drawing the sword and slaying the silence. This is a slash that destroys the enemy by drawing a sword, a mighty slash, lightning fast slash. This is a slash that uses up all the ki jin that can be raised in the first shot. This slash needs to condense a special ki rushing structure in the whole body, use ki chong to burst out with extreme strength and speed. Disaster. This was Li Chengfeng's first impression when he saw the cheats. The 3D ki chong structure drawn in the cheat book is quite complicated. Ki needs to be controlled, in different parts such as hands, arms, legs, waist, etc. At the same time, weaving explosive ki chong with different functions. Once the ki chong is activated, all parts will receive an explosive instant impact force. Certainly, what's more difficult is that the startup time of each ki chong is different. There is a strict order of precedence. 24 when the first ki chong bursts to 20%, start the second one, start the third when the second bursts to 32%. The explosion was in an instant. To control different explosive degrees in a moment, this alone is extremely difficult to do. Li Chengfeng could not help but sigh. As expected of an SS-level martial skill, it is difficult for ordinary people to practice it for a lifetime. Because it is difficult, it is strong. Li Chengfeng is very interested. This martial art weapon is very particular, and a novice cannot replace a sword with a sword. So I spent 70,000, bought a level 10 normal quality knife in the mall. Practicing hand weapons is not too particular about it. Li Chengfeng worked hard all day, Even if he was super savvy, after this day, the proficiency improvement was less than 1%. It's way too slow to improve. I still decided to wait until there is a martial skill improvement buff bonus before practicing the sword technique. The next day, Li Chengfeng went to the arena as planned. 5 assistants are still accompanied. Win the next game in the morning, and win the next game in the afternoon. 55 straight wins. The inner energy was basically illuminated, and it did not continue back home. The 4-bedroom apartment is very large. Without Shufu Io, it looked empty and deserted. I didn't feel so obvious for the first day or two, but as time went on, the longer she left, this feeling is more obvious and stronger. Li Chengfeng admitted that he did miss that woman a little bit. Li Chengfeng, when will you be back? Shufu Io, what happened? Li Chengfeng, it's okay, just ask. Shufu Io, it's okay to ask me when I'm coming back? Could it be that some people miss me? Li Chengfeng, the main reason is that the house is too big, and once you leave, it loses popularity. Shufu Io, so you just miss me? Li Chengfeng, no. Shufu Io, tough mouth. Li Chengfeng, still not back. Shufu Io, since no one is thinking of me, I won't go back for the time being. It's good to be here with my parents. Come on this set. Li Chengfeng said that he does not eat this set. Go out to the cafeteria for dinner. At this time, the Mu family sisters sent a message. Mu Xiaobei, Senior Brother Chengfeng, do you want to have dinner together? After I finish eating, I will teach you the knowledge of orcs. Mu Zhaoqing, I will teach you about barbarian knowledge. Because it is a team, it is no longer the less relevant people. The two have been upgraded to level 3 friends by Li Chengfeng. Permissions are increased, and there are reminders when messages are sent during certain periods. Li Chengfeng felt that it was not good to eat alone. Just when the 2 junior sisters mentioned it, they agreed. Canteen ordinary private room, the status is divided into 100 points available. For the first class private room, the status is 200 points available. Li Chengfeng has more than 200 status points. The first class private room is free to use. Li Chengfeng met with Mu Xiaobei and Mu Zhaoqing at the entrance of canteen number 3. Both of them wore black skirts and white tops. Although simple, it is beautiful. After all, the 4 long legs under the short skirt are very straight and white. The two dress in the same style. At first glance, there will be a feeling that you are seeing double images in your own eyes. The two stood at the door, and the rate of turning heads was quite high. Li Chengfeng greeted him with a face-to-face look, and took the lead into a first-class private room. An outside waiter came to order food for the 3 of them. The private room is elegant, quiet and comfortable. The 2 sisters chatted privately. Mu Xiaobei, it's nice to have dinner with my senior brother, the best private room. Mu Zhaoqing, well, no need to squeeze outside. Mu Xiaobei, now I can finally have a quiet meal. When I eat out, someone always strikes up a conversation. Mu Zhaoqing, who told you to look so good looking? Mu Xiaobei, are you praising yourself? Mu Zhaoqing, I am praising you. Mu Xiaobei, don't you look like me? Praising me doesn't mean praising yourself. Mu Zhaoqing, hey. Mu Xiaobei, the food was served so quickly, I just ordered it. Mu Zhaoqing, who told senior brother Chengfeng to have a high status? His dishes must be given priority. Mu Xiaobei. 563 is really good. When will we have a position of more than 200 like him? Mu Zhaoqing, unless you have outstanding achievements, you will save 5 points and 5 points for outstanding achievements. I don't know how many you have to save to get 200. Senior brother Chengfeng, you shouldn't go to the arena tomorrow, right? 9 go. Why not go? Li Chengfeng is planning to go every day. Didn't you say that you used up your inner energy today? I think it will take you more than 20 hours to restore your inner energy. It's alright, doesn't my sect have beaming magic? After a while, find 2 people to take a breath and it will be full. The sisters were surprised. Yes, senior brother's internal energy has no attributes. It is the most suitable for practicing beaming divine art, and absorbing other people's ki has no side effects. During the meal, everyone can't help but talk about commonplace meals. The 2 sisters are from Qin State. The family runs a sect of more than 300 people. The 2 can be regarded as 2 young ladies. It's just that the family's sect doesn't have any outstanding martial arts. The 2 sisters also joined the Qin State's first famous school, Zion Oyo School, to study art. It is only an outer disciple, and the contract is not as long as that of an inner disciple. P.S. Newcomers and new books, ask for flowers. Ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg, thank you. Chapter 79 Senior Brother, Suck Our Key. The three came out of the cafeteria. Li Chengfeng is going to find two juniors and brothers to suck key. Seeing his eyes searching, Mu Xiaobei asked, what is senior brother Chengfeng looking for? Find two people to inhale the inner energy. Mu Xiaoqing took her sister and turned to Li Chengfeng, do you still need to look for it? The ready-made ones are in front of you. Mu Xiaobei smiled and nodded, well, we were originally responsible for assisting you, and we should satisfy you with whatever you need, Li Chengfeng reminds, but, my beaming divine art has only reached the first level, and I can only breathe if I put my hand on the danshan. Because of this, Li Chengfeng has been looking for his junior and junior to suck. I've never asked my sister to smoke. When the sisters thought about it, danshan was 3 centimeters below the navel. If the hand is attached to the danshan, doesn't that mean that it is attached to the lower abdomen? This seems a little bad. The sisters did not speak, and discussed it in private. Li Chengfeng grabbed the junior brother and showed his intention to wash key. I'm sorry, senior brother Li, I just have to play the copy tomorrow. Had to let him go. Find another soon. I'm sorry, senior brother, I have a training camp tomorrow, and I need a lot of key 55 even looking for 2. There are legitimate reasons to refuse. Mu Xiaobei couldn't bear to see Li Chengfeng hide a wall. I thought to myself that it was nothing more than just inhaling key. It's okay, senior brother Chengfeng, you can suck our key. Well, it's our job to provide you with key. We don't have any other tasks these days, so we don't need to use key. After hitting a wall, Li Chengfeng didn't want to look anymore. It doesn't feel good to be rejected. Then I'm welcome. Let's go to your house. You can suck our key first, and then we will give you a supplementary lesson 99 apartment, living room. Mu Xiaobei and Mu Xiaoqing sisters were sitting on the sofa in 2 rows. Lifting up the hem of their clothes, reveal a flat, waist without a trace of fat. However, the belts of their skirts are higher, almost up to the belly button. So I can't help but pull the belt down. The pale faces of the 2 sisters couldn't help but turn red. Li Chengfeng saw it, and pressed his palms up. It was warm to the touch of the palm. Activate the beaming divine art, and the skin on his hands bulges layer by layer. Privately, the 2 sisters chatted privately in the system again. Mu Xiaobei, senior brother Chengfeng's hands are so soft. Mu Xiaoqing, isn't that right? It's such a big hand, and it's so warm. Mu Xiaobei, it would be great if my aunt had such a hand on her stomach when she came. Mu Xiaoqing, yes, what should I do? I really like his hands. Mu Xiaobei, it would be great if I could be absorbed by him every day. Mu Xiaoqing, well, it's just that the feeling of being sucked away is so empty. Mu Xiaobei, ask him to fill it up for you. Mu Xiaoqing, you are so annoying. Both sisters are 16th grade, 1 level higher than Li Chengfeng. So the key of the 2 is enough for Li Chengfeng to suck 90%. By the way, I can also leave a part for them in case they need it. For the next few days, Li Chengfeng went to the arena to play solo queue every day. More often than not winning 3 games a day, less than 2 games a day. At the end of the week, the winning streak reached 64 games. This winning streak has already surpassed the 63-game winning streak set by Zhu Yuan. When Li Chengfeng came out of the portal, Zhu Yuan congratulated, congratulations to junior brother Li, I broke my Xiaoao faction's highest winning streak record today. Although Zhu Yuan's outstanding achievements are as many as Li Chengfeng's, but he has a high level and has many outstanding achievements in dungeons. Coupled with the fact that he has worked for the Xiaoao faction over the years, there are also a lot of permanent small status points. So his status score is much higher than Li Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng held his fist and said politely, it's all relying on your junior brothers and sisters and Zhu senior brothers, otherwise I wouldn't have this achievement. The help provided by the 5 people is indeed not small. The opponent's martial arts characteristics, strengths and weaknesses, etc., it was very clear to him every time. Without these analysis reports, relying on Li Chengfeng to explore by himself, it was definitely not so fast, nor so smooth to win 64 consecutive victories. But further back, Li Chengfeng gradually came into contact with some super famous families. Their top martial arts should not be underestimated. Gradually, Li Chengfeng felt the difficulty in martial arts. Among the opponents in the arena, there are many elderly people. Although those people's internal strength is not high, their martial skills are very outstanding. It was specially trained by those famous families to target low-level competitions. Compared with high-level sports, low-level sports have a wider audience. Because most people in the world are inferior, combatants who are too advanced can't see clearly, so they don't like to see it new week. Sign-in. Sign-in was successful this week. Choose one of 4 rewards. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Reward 3. Mystery challenge explosion rate is increased by 500%. Reward 4. Randomly reward a martial art. The quality is not guaranteed now in Li Chengfeng Arena. The martial arts are already exhausted. Although the people he met were not enough to pose too much threat to him, but there is no guarantee that meeting more powerful masters later will not pose a threat to him. Therefore, he felt that it was necessary to further improve his martial arts. This week, choose Reward 2. The speed of martial arts progress is increased by 500%. On the first day with this bonus, Li Chengfeng won the next 2 games in the morning. The proficiency of the basics of shaking sword technique has been increased to 101%. The first part of the stunt has also been raised to 101%. Among them, sword trembling has the highest proficiency of 102%. In the afternoon, Li Chengfeng did not intend to fight again with his tired body. Xiao Yudi has been asking Li Chengfeng when she is going to play a copy with her these days. Sent another message at noon. Li Wanghao, Xiao Yudi, let's play Wuxian Bird's Nest in hard mode, shall we? Li Chengfeng, I've been busy hitting the 100-game winning streak recently. Xiao Yudi, you can rush slowly, and you can take the time to play the dungeon with me. Li Chengfeng, the entrance to Wuxian Bird's Nest is too far, and the hard mode cannot be teleported at the holy station. Xiao Yudi, you don't care what you say. Xiao Yudi, now that my stomach doesn't hurt, you don't care about them? Li Chengfeng, the grave. After thinking about it carefully, it is not a solution to be threatened by this girl all the time. Whether or not what happened to her when she was drunk that night has not yet been determined. Gotta find a way to confirm. After some thought, I soon came up with a brilliant idea. P.S. Newcomers and new books, ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg, thank you. Chapter 80. Li Chengfeng, it's too far to play a copy, it's better for us to play the arena duo. Xiao Yudi, shocking the 50-game winning streak in the double row? Li Chengfeng, yes, don't you just want a great achievement? Xiao Yudi, good luck, now? Li Chengfeng, well, you come to me, we are going to the double row at the holy station now. Not long after, Xiao Yudi appeared downstairs in his house. A pair of leather shorts tightly wrapped her 2 long slender legs, a white vest with a black leather jacket. At a young age, he showed an amazing career line. It can be said that she is a perfect blend of cute and sexy. Xiao Yudi got into Ferrari F430, Chong Li Chengfeng smiled sweetly, a pair of large eyes curved into a crescent. Brother Chengfeng, I'm here, let's go. Li Chengfeng's mouth twitched evilly. Start the car and head to Saint Station. After the double row match was completed, the 2 entered the arena. Li Chengfeng said, last time it was me 1 versus 2, this time it's you 1 versus 2, let me see your level. Xiao Yudi agreed without much thought, well, you have to help me later when I can't beat me. It is good. In the first game, the opponent's martial arts are not good 563, both were killed by Xiao Yudi. In the second game, Xiao Yudi gradually struggled, severely injured and narrowly defeated the opponent. In the third game, Xiao Yudi fell behind as soon as he fought and was quickly injured. Xiao Yudi retreated and asked for help, Senior Brother Chengfeng, come and help me, I can't beat the 2 of them alone. Li Chengfeng didn't mean to take action, don't worry, I want to see your limit after a little while. Xiao Yudi was so anxious to cry. You have to see when, and if you don't make a move, I will be killed by them. Li Chengfeng chuckled silently. Just to get you killed by them. If you don't die, how will your plan be implemented? Not long after, Xiao Yudi was pierced through the heart with a sword. Senior brother, you are so cruel. Xiao Yudi fell to the ground, unable to rest his eyes. The 2 swordsmen turned to surround Li Chengfeng and said, what's wrong with the 2 of you? You still go up one by one, you either admit defeat obediently, or die, you choose. Li Chengfeng stared at the cold light and pulled out a blast sword. The wind sword made a whistling sound. Hair, call out. The boutique 1-star blast sword emits 8 sword chisels and an air slash, directly sent 2 good quality armored guys back to the west. The 2 were killed without fighting back. Victory in the duel. Li Chengfeng took the time to run to Xiao Yudi's body. The battle was over, and there was only 1 minute left before her resurrection. Knock on her pink armor, examine her body carefully. Li Chengfeng also thought about whether such an autopsy would be inappropriate. But that night Xiao Yudi didn't get his consent, just threw all his clothes in the washing machine. This is at best called coming and going. In other words, it is to use the way of others to treat others' bodies. After a minute, a golden light from the sky covered Xiao Yudi's body. Her body tissue miraculously recovered and she came back to life quickly. Li Chengfeng finally breathed a sigh of relief. Nothing happened that night. This girl is still intact. And he still has a body capable of practicing Tongzigong. It seems that everything is a good play directed by this girl. But Li Chengfeng will not expose her at the moment. I was played by her for a while. What if you don't turn around and treat her? Senior brother Smelly, you see that I won't do anything even if I die? Xiao Yudi came up and punched Li Chengfeng with a small fist. Did I take revenge for you? It was just to train you. After you died once, your strength should have increased greatly. Xiao Yudi pouted, and looked at him with resentful eyes. Have you exercised like this? The taste of being killed is not at all uncomfortable. It hurts to death. Li Chengfeng touched her head. The arena duel is born, said, to death. You want to kill others, and others want to kill you. Not always when you kill others, there are times when others kill you. Then Li Chengfeng was serious about playing the arena with her. Use this low-level duel to sharpen your drawing sword in silent slash. Although this move is just a simple slashing with a knife, but the energy consumption is very exaggerated, and it is an uncompromising super move. Li Chengfeng's sword trembled was 150 thunders of energy. But this trick, it takes about 3,000 thunders of ki before and after. You must know that an ordinary 15th level single inner elixir martial artist only has 150,000 thunders of energy. In the state of full energy, excluding other consumption, just use 40 times this trick to run out of ki. Li Chengfeng keeps using this trick. If you don't play 2 games, your ki will be exhausted. Fortunately, there are often people who admit defeat in the arena. Li Chengfeng gave him the condition to admit defeat and let him suck ki, otherwise, get killed. The opponent has to agree, although it can be resurrected in the arena, and resurrection has no cost. But the taste of being killed, those who have tried it do not want to experience the second time. So Li Chengfeng is very easy to get ki. Ordinary people practice drawing sword in silent slash, at most 50 times a day. And Li Chengfeng, who has beaming magic, you can continue to practice this trick by inhaling ki. Put it hundreds of times a day, no problem. Under the dual blessing of martial arts progress and actual combat, after half a day, Li Chengfeng raised the proficiency of this trick to 5%. Fighting in the arena for 3 or 4 hours at night, proficiency increased to 8%. When the 2 returned to the happy sect, it was already late at night. Xiao Yudi has never fought for so long in one day. Sitting in the co-pilot, she was already tired and paralyzed, and she didn't want to take a step. Senior brother Chengfeng, take me home. Why are you going back? Sleep with me tonight. Xiao Yudi was taken aback. Do I sleep on the sofa? Li Chengfeng laughed. How can I let you sleep on the sofa? Of course you sleep with me. 99 this, then, how can I do it? Xiao Yudi's expression twisted, obviously did not expect Li Chengfeng to make such an arrangement. I'm only 15 years old, and I'm still 1 year away from becoming an adult. You bad teacher, how can you be so bad? 10,000 hours a year on Jupiter. Blue Star has more than 8,000 hours a year. The 16 here is almost the same as the 18 on the Blue Star. So adulthood is 16. Li Chengfeng is deliberately teasing her, who let her play with herself for so long. Why not? Anyway, we've all slept together, and we've grown up again and again. Xiao Yudi panicked, pushed the door while unbuckling the seat belt. That's drunk. I still have something to do. I'll go first. In the end, he was frightened and ran away. P.S. Ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. Thank you. Chapter 81. Come back, draw the sword and destroy. When Li Chengfeng arrived home, the living room was lit with incandescent lights. That beautiful and moving familiar figure stood in the living room. She stared at him. A charming smile gradually bloomed on Qingguo Qingcheng's face. Li Chengfeng was overjoyed and couldn't help but laugh. The two of them almost spoke in unison. Authentically, you're back, after being together for more than 2 months, suddenly separated for a few days, not used to each other. Shu Fuiao thought about him 1,000 times in his heart. Li Chengfeng lived a full life every day, but at least read her dozens of times. The reunion after a few days is extraordinarily warm and joyful. If you don't have a drink, I'm sorry for the 2 bright moons in the sky. Li Chengfeng quickly bought a barbecue grill for 500 yuan in the mall. On the balcony in the sky where I spend my time, hundreds more grilled kebabs, vegetables and seasonings. This amount of money is already a small amount of money for him who earns hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Fire up in a few minutes. Shopping in the Holy Station system is so convenient. You can buy it whenever you want. 2 people sitting by the barbecue grill, while drinking small wine and eating skewers, talk about what happened in the past few days. Night breeze, the familiar fragrance of Shu Fuiao floated over. Li Chengfeng felt inexplicably relieved. I couldn't help but think of every time I hugged her from behind to practice cultivation tonight. Shu Fuiao blushed invisibly in the dim light. Good guy, as soon as I came back, I talked about cultivation. You want to hug yourself but embarrassed to say it? It's very late, let's practice tomorrow. Li Chengfeng just remembered and teased her. He fought for a day today, and naturally he didn't want to be exhausted. In the end, Shu Fuiao fell asleep in the reclining chair while slightly drunk. Li Chengfeng took her back to the room, cover the quilt and go to sleep. With her at home, I feel more at ease sleeping. But in the chat just now, Shu Fuiao mentioned that the 8 swordsmen of Huangshan Mountain, which her parents joined, had a talented son. I've been chasing after her these days. Li Chengfeng would not let her go alone next time anyway. Of course, Li Chengfeng's relationship with women is not bad these days. I don't know how many beautiful junior sisters have been added. But he always had Shu Fuiao in mind. In the days that followed, Li Chengfeng won 2 arena single-row games in a row every day. At the same time, I also took time to practice, drawing the sword in silent slash. A week later, the solo queue reached 78 consecutive victories. With a blessing of high martial arts progress, Golden Boy 6 swords and small trembling swordsmanship have improved the basic chapters and the first chapters of stunts. Among them, Li Chengfeng's most used, sword key trembling, has risen to level 6. Reach the pinnacle. Reach the top and create new limits. Proficiency 105%. At this level, Li Chengfeng can make this move faster, and the power of the moves is stronger, and the vibration frequency is more accurate. And the proficiency of drawing sword in silent slash has also risen to level 2. Gradually, it can be used in actual combat against masters new week. Sign-in, Ling. Sign-in was successful this week. Choose one of 4 rewards. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Reward 3. Mystery challenge explosion rate is increased by 500%. Reward 4. Randomly reward a martial art. The quality is not guaranteed. Li Chengfeng continued to choose reward 2. Trying to train SS-level martial arts to the highest level as soon as possible. In this way, it can also play a great role in actual combat. His drawing sword in silent slash has been practiced quite well. Can be used in low-end battles. It's also time to complete the 10 instant kills quest in slaying the god with 1 sword. The mission requires to kill the opponent within 10 of the start of the battle, and the opponent's equipment and level are not lower than their own. To this end, Li Chengfeng and Mu Xiaobei formed a new 2-person team. Start double row with low-tiered opponents. Match settings, opponent species, Terran. Opponent level, level 15. Opponent nationality, unlimited. Opponents, unlimited. Opponent gender, unlimited. Opponent ID, unlimited. Opponent equipment, normal. Arena, no water. Soon, match to the opponent. The 2 entered the arena. Mu Xiaobei followed Li Chengfeng's instructions, stand at the back. The opponents are a long gunner and a double swordsman. I'm Deng from Yes How Musketeer, no-name soldiers, don't have to declare their families, come and die. 35 Li Chengfeng interrupted, he did not insult them casually, seeking flowers. It's just that he needs to provoke each other, let the opponent attack as soon as possible after the battle. Damn, don't underestimate someone. "Brother Deng, let's go up and give him some color." As soon as the battle started, the two rushed towards Li Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng held the scabbard with his left hand at his waist, holding the handle of the knife in the right hand, left knee bent, ready to go. All parts of the body began to condense Qi-Chang with a special structure. The two of them were slightly startled when they saw that his posture was unusual, but still attacked. The two swordsmen first sent two swords. Mu Xiaobei used his sword to block Li Chengfeng. The two ran to Li Chengfeng. A long spear stabbed Li Chengfeng between the eyebrows. A pair of knives slashed Li Chengfeng's neck. The ultimate move approached quickly. Li Chengfeng did not dodge or evade, and remained motionless. Seeing that the tip of the gun is close at hand, the two secretly rejoiced, wondering if this guy had a temporary stomach ache. Half squatting on the ground to be killed suddenly, Li Chengfeng moved, flashed, knife light flickered. A gigantic black sword that was 10 feet long slanted through the two of them very quickly. Mu Xiaobei was shocked. What a strong and fast Aoki. Didn't senior brother Chengfeng use a sword? Li Chengfeng's front lunge stopped in the middle of the body behind the two, long knife pointed obliquely. The two collapsed. Ling. The 10 instant kill missions have been completed twice. Li Chengfeng put the knife away and looked back. The pikeman broke in two at the waist. The double swordsman was broken in two from the shoulder. Cannot help but be surprised. Is this the power of drawing sword in silent slash? Directly kill two people of the same level with the same equipment in one face. It really is to be wiped out by drawing a knife? As expected of SS-level martial arts, domineering. Mu Xiaobei, who was not far away, looked dumbfounded. I just thought it was just a sword. Unexpectedly, it was a shot that killed two people directly. This moment, she saw Li Chengfeng's tall and handsome figure. The experience is not pleasing to the eye, but endless horror. The strength of this man is terrifying. Fortunately, he is his teammate. It would be too miserable to be his enemy. P.S. Newcomers and new books, ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg. Thank you. 5. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 82. The next few matches, Li Chengfeng followed suit. The task of 10 instant kills was quickly completed. Ling. 10 instant kill missions completed. Get the reward slaying the god with a sword stunt. Medium chapter. Li Chengfeng Yixi can't help but get excited. The first part of the stunt of killing the gods with one sword is so powerful. I don't know how domineering and powerful the middle part is. Quickly call out to check. However, the result was a little different from what he thought. The stunt novel has two stunts, but it is obviously not as domineering and unparalleled as the sword and silence cut. The two tricks of the stunt of killing the gods with a single sword are, kill god with a knife, kill god with a slash. Obviously it's a cut, and it's divided horizontally and vertically. Do you want to have a slashing? But Li Chengfeng took a closer look. It is found that although the names of these two tricks are simple, 563, however, the power of which is not simple at all. It is definitely not weaker than the existence of drawing a sword and annihilation. It's worth studying and practicing. Ling. Trigger the follow-up mission of the knife technique. Increase the proficiency of the stunt front and middle chapter of killing god with a sword to an unprecedented level. The task reward slaying the god with a sword stunt second part. Another week passed. Li Chengfeng's martial skills have been perfected, all of which have been slightly improved. The 3 stunts of killing god with one sword have been greatly improved. Among them, drawing sword and silent slash can be used in actual combat with masters. Rapid progress has been achieved. Proficiency level 4. In addition, the use of slaying god's horizontal slash and slaying god's vertical slash are not restricted by drawing swords. Unlike the sword drawing slash, the sword needs to be inserted into the scabbard. It can be used at any time, but it is very energy consuming. The progress is also quite rapid, and the proficiency has risen to the 2nd level. As the matching opponent becomes stronger, Li Chengfeng only had 10 solo queue wins this week. The current 88-game winning streak is only 12 games away from the 100-game winning streak. In just 3 weeks, Li Chengfeng completed the 3-month dual task that Perry had planned for him. Excessive overspeeding done. 5 supports, Watching him approach a 100-game winning streak day by day, are very happy. After all, only Li Chengfeng has won 100 consecutive victories. They have completed the task, only the permanent 10 status points. But I can't eat hot tofu in a hurry. Everyone advised him that the battle arrangements in the future must not be too tight. Knowing that Li Chengfeng has won 88 consecutive victories, Xiao Wanjin and Zhang Gan also attached great importance to follow Li Chengfeng's record every day. It's a new week, you can sign in. Sign in, link. Sign in was successful this week, obtaining buff rewards. The speed of martial arts progress is increased by 500%, and the team I belong to Li Chengfeng was a little surprised. I thought this week was another optional reward, but it is specified. Martial skills improvement is what he needs. However, the scope of this effect is larger. The buff can cover members of your own team. A team can be up to 5 people, that is, an additional 4 people can enjoy his buff bonus. Do you want others to enjoy it? Who will enjoy it? If a good thing like buff can be shared, Li Chengfeng is still willing to share it with people who he thinks are more important. Shufu Iao has been very sensible recently, knowing that Li Chengfeng is striving for 100 consecutive victories every day. He took the initiative to wash the dirty clothes and socks for Li Chengfeng. Li Chengfeng does not need to worry about all the housework at home. Li Chengfeng often has meals as soon as he gets home, just don't worry too much. She is kind to Li Chengfeng, and Li Chengfeng is also willing to be kind to her. So she must be pulled into the team to enjoy the buff. As for other acquaintances, Xiao Yudi, that girl, every time Li Chengfeng sees her, she just wants to squeeze her cheek. The sisters Mu Xiaobei and Mu Zhaoqing are quite well behaved. Basically, what does Li Chengfeng need? The sisters are always on call. Go to the holy station arena every day, 2 people serving tea, pouring water, setting chairs, very attentive and dedicated to assisting him. But in Li Chengfeng's view, it's still mostly work. The 2 were his friends at work. Not too much friendship. Not to pull them in to enjoy this precious buff. Others are just colleagues to Li Chengfeng, not to let them enjoy this buff for no reason. In the end, only Shufu Iao was invited to form a team. Shufu Iao, do you want to play dungeon? Or double row? Li Chengfeng, it is convenient to form a team to check your status at any time. This week, you can also play in the single row of the arena. 20 consecutive victories will have excellent achievements. Shufu Iao, well, these days there has been no actual combat even with swordsmanship. With Li Chengfeng's buff blessing, this week, Shufu Iao's Jade Girl 6 swords has improved a lot. The basic proficiency of the original level 4 has been raised to the perfect level 5, Pure Fire. The first part of the stunt has also been raised from the 2nd level to the 5th level. 95% proficiency, almost perfect. And Li Chengfeng, drawing sword in Silent Slash, reached the perfect 5th level proficiency. This trick is practiced to perfection. You can directly use the sword to use it. It's just that the overall power of drawing the sword and quieting slash will be 10% weaker than that of drawing the sword and quieting slash. But you don't need to change weapons, it saves trouble. Without pursuing the ultimate power, Li Chengfeng still chooses to use a sword. In the end, his basic swordsmanship moves reach the pinnacle. Knife basics, no, slaying the god with a slash across the board, practice until the end, killing god's vertical slash, also practice to the end. After so many weeks of frequent use, his micro-shaking sword technique basics and preliminary skills reached new heights. 6th grade. Golden Boy 6 swords. Because it is a single battle, it is used less, and only the basics are upgraded to level 6. As for Li Chengfeng's single row record, the winning streak has reached 97 games, only the last 3 games are left to win a 100-game winning streak. The Epic 1.3 achievement is only 3 steps away. Over the years, the Happy Pie, this is the first time the whole faction's second epic achievement has come this close. The attention of all the top executives of the faction is focused on Li Chengfeng. This disciple who has only been introduced for 2 months has surprised them time and time again. Now a big surprise is brewing. Everyone is looking forward to it. According to the laws of the Qin state, over 100 years old, not in power, not in office. The Xiaoao faction has an old leader who has abdicated for 5 generations. These 100-year-old old people usually go deep and simple, rarely intervene in the affairs of the party, but this time they are all out collectively, to summon Li Chengfeng. P.S. Newcomers, ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, Ask for rewards, ask for all support. Thank you Sangzhen Shengai for your monthly ticket support. Chapter 83 The Honorary Head of the Five Generations. The pagoda of the Free and Easy Sect, a tower with a height of 338 meters. The tallest building in the Happy Sect. Standing on the top of the tower, you can have a panoramic view of the entire Xiao faction. Xiao Wanjian led Li Chengfeng to take the elevator here. Li Chengfeng glanced at it, and there were 5 Heifa old people in the attic. There is a round table in the middle of the attic in front of you. An old woman sat at the table, with a piece of cake in his mouth. His eyes stared at the palm-sized mobile phone screen in his hand. Thumb taps quickly on the screen. It seems to be playing a game. There is a slightly fat old man on the right, sitting by the railing with a cage in hand, keep whistling, teasing a little dragon in the cage. There is one on the left, toes on the railing, an ancient-style brocade robe rustled in the strong wind behind the middle old woman. 2 people are drawing oil paintings on the drawing board. The 5 enjoy their own way, immersed in their own hobbies, did not notice the arrival of the 2. Li Chengfeng took a closer look and saw someone who had lived for hundreds of years for the first time. Head Xiao said that he would bring him to meet the 5 honorary heads of the past dynasties. That's it for these 5 people. Xiao Wanjian coughed dryly, clasped his fists and said, cough. Xiao Wanjian has met the honorary head of the past dynasties. 5 only. Then did the 5 stop what they were doing and looked over. After seeing Li Chengfeng, everyone looked at Li Chengfeng with a solemn expression. Li Chengfeng also looked at them. After the former head abdicates, he is called the honorary head. This includes the first generation head who created the Xiao school. 24 is now over 500 years old. After a person is transformed, the fixed life expectancy given by the holy station is 1 million hours. Life is up, either die or spend money to buy life. 100 million and 10,000 hours, which is 1 year of Jupiter. As long as you have money, you can live for tens of thousands of years. The premise is to be able to earn 100 million a year. These generations of heads of the Xiao faction, no matter if you can earn 100 million a year or not, just for them to be the head, the Xiao faction has to spend 100 million a year to keep them alive. After all, they are the most powerful fighting force of the Xiao faction. In this world of the weak, their existence is the foundation for the stable development of the Xiao faction. Xiao Wanjian pointed at the old man in brocade on the railing and introduced, this is the first generation head Xiao. Li Chengfeng folded his fists and bowed to him. Disciple Li Chengfeng, see the first generation head 359. Xiao responded. Then Xiao Wanjian introduced them one by one. Li Chengfeng checked them one by one. The first generation head Xiao, level 78. The second generation leader Wan Changkong, level 69. He Kui, the head of the third generation, is level 68. The fourth generation head Xiao Bin, level 64. Wu Jianfeng, the head of the 5 dynasties, is level 62. More than 500 years old, level 78. It can be seen that the later the level is, the more difficult it is to improve. Xiao Yaozi stroked the snow-white long beard. I heard that you just came from Blue Star not long ago? Yes, I've been here for about 2 months. What do you do on Blue Star? I'm a college student, but I'm also a provincial sports team, and I'm a table tennis player. It turned out to be an athlete, and it seems that he has a very good athletic talent. It is no wonder that he has emerged so quickly. Xiao Yaozi nodded slowly, and said leisurely, actually, I also came from Blue Star, only 500 years earlier than you. At Blue Star I am a cook in a small restaurant. I never thought that I would still be alive in 500 years, and also created such a big sect. 35 Li Chengfeng is a little surprised. The local Blue Star people, this is very rare. Your cooking skills must be superb, and the food I sent is really delicious. Xiao Yaozi smiled and said, haha, it's okay too. Although this world is cruel, but it also gives us infinite possibilities. I can see that your talent is better than mine. If you work hard, you will have a bright future. Xiao Wanjian pinched Li Chengfeng's shoulder and said with approval, Junior brother Li works very hard. Others fight a competitive duel for 2 or 3 days. He played 2 or 3 games a day, and he had a full schedule every day. When I was his age, I was thinking about picking up girls all day long. Everyone laughed. Wan Changkong then asked, it is said that your competitive winning streak has reached 97 games. Yes, the second generation head. Seeing that Li Chengfeng has won 97 consecutive victories at this age, several generations of leaders are somewhat ashamed. Wan Chengfeng nodded his head. Very good. The reason why my Xiaoyao sect was able to enter the world's top 500 sects, mostly relying on the profound internal strength of the first-generation head in Wanjian, as well as my Pi household name cooking. In terms of achievements, it is far from the other top 500 sects. Not even as good as some sects outside the top 500. If you can add another epic achievement to my Pi, it couldn't be better. It is true that the Happy Pi is well known for business reasons. As far as achievements are concerned, there is only one epic achievement for the Xiaoyao sect. It is indeed a bit shabby in the world's top 500 martial arts. Li Chengfeng expressed his attitude. The disciple must do his best to live up to expectations. Xiaoyaozi released a vial of elixir from the bracelet. Wang Jian said that you are excellent in martial arts, and we have nothing to teach you. Here are 3 magic pills that can help you perform better in competition. Li Chengfeng was slightly startled and took the medicine pill. There are some medicinal herbs that can temporarily increase the blessing of internal strength. But the improvement is very difficult and limited, and it's very expensive, and ordinary people can't afford it. Dolly pill can increase the strength attribute of inner strength blessing by 5%. The market price is around 10,000 yuan. It is only eaten during important battles. Shengli pill can increase the blessing of internal strength attributes by 10%, a value of 50,000 yuan. It is only eaten during very important battles. Xianli pill can increase the blessing of internal strength attributes by 15%, a value of 500,000 yuan. It is only eaten during extremely important battles. And Shenli pill is the highest specification blessing pill. An additional 20% internal strength attribute can be increased. A value of up to 1 million yuan. Consume only in life or death battles. Xiao Yaozi directly gave Li Chengfeng 3 supernatural power pills of the highest specification. It was enough to see that he attached great importance to the duel that followed. Wan Changquang also released a small bottle and gave it to Li Chengfeng. I have 3 speed pills here 99 thank you for the 2nd generation. Li Chengfeng continued. The same is to increase the speed by 20%, 1 million yuan a magic pill. Hikui, the head of the 3rd generation, also gave him a bottle. I have 3 spirit pills here. Li Chengfeng went on to thank again. This is 9 million pills. As expected of the 3 honorable heads, they are generous enough. 3 million to give. The head of the 4th generation, Xiao Bin, released a card from the bracelet. It just so happens that I have a level 15 weapon here. I'll lend it to you 99 borrow. Li Chengfeng ashamed. These 4 generations of heads are so stubborn. You are level 64. A level 15 weapon, shouldn't you reward yourself? But Li Chengfeng looked at the card carefully. I know why I borrowed it. Purple letters on the card, human rank epic, desire sword. This is an epic quality weapon. After the equipment quality reaches epic, the quality class is divided into 3 levels of heaven, earth and human. Instead of star rating like boutique and superb. Although the human order is the lowest order of epics, but this level 15 sword, its value is billions of dollars. No wonder the head of the 4th generation said to borrow, this sword is too valuable, and it is really painful to reward it. Wu Jianfeng, the head of the 5 dynasties, rubbed his hands and said, they have given you everything that should be given, and I have nothing to give you, so I wish you good luck. 66.99 Li Chengfeng was speechless. Do you have such a boss? Everyone gave it. Do you mean more or less? If you don't have anything, let's have a red envelope for meeting good luck. This is really not worth the money. 563 Xiao Wanjian patted Wu Jianfeng on the shoulder and encouraged him with a smile. Brother Wu, are you embarrassed that people have come all the way to see you? Great. Li Chengfeng secretly gave Xiao Wanjian a thumbs up. The other 4 looked up and laughed. Tisk Wu Jianfeng scratched his head embarrassedly. I have nothing good here. Let me see 99 searched for a while. Finally, a card glowing red was released. Take it to Li Chengfeng. I'll give you this. Although the quality is not particularly good, it may save your life at a critical moment. Thank you for the 5 generations of sect leaders. Li Chengfeng thanked and continued. On the card is written in large red letters, Boutique 1 star, Xianjian thread shield. It is a shield that can resist attacks. This thing is very defensive. The value is comparable to a complete set of Boutique 1 star battle armor. After descending from Yinshan Tower, Li Chengfeng was satisfied. The 5 honorary heads were not in vain, and each of them gave him good things. Those medicinal herbs can be saved if they meet weak opponents. After resale, it is millions of cash. Of course, The most important thing at the moment is to win the next 3 duels. If necessary, Li Chengfeng will still eat 3 divine pills without hesitation. In the elevator, Xiao Wanjian instructed, "Don't rush to the arena these 2 days. I have arranged for Zhang Gan to find a set of human-level epic battle armor for you to use." Now is the most critical moment for Li Chengfeng to achieve epic achievements. The sect also spared no expense to provide him with the greatest support. Good 35 Li Chengfeng responded. Epic quality gear is quite expensive and extremely rare. It's not something you can buy casually in the system mall. Few people sell such expensive equipment in the system mall. After all, the price has reached this level. 5% of transaction fees are tens of millions. Wouldn't it be better to save? Equipment of this quality is run by specialized schools or large families. All are offline sales or auctions. Chapter 84 Who allowed you to confess? Sign in, Ling. Sign in was successful this week. Choose one of 4 rewards. Reward 1. The speed of internal strength improvement is increased by 500%. Reward 2. The speed of martial skill progress is increased by 500%. Reward 3. Randomly reward a martial art. The quality is not guaranteed. Reward 4. Randomly reward a piece of equipment. The quality is not guaranteed. Li Chengfeng was a little surprised. There is a new option this week. Reward equipment. Although the introduction says that the quality is not guaranteed, but every random thing that comes out is good stuff. Li Chengfeng chose a new option without hesitation. Reward 4. Equipment is being randomly selected. The reward is a top-grade 15-level weapon, a 3-point return to the Yuan Key Cannon, which has been included in the storage space of the bracelet top grade. Li Chengfeng also thought that there would be superb or epic. It seems that this time it is a pit. The introduction is really true, and the quality is really not guaranteed. Could it be that this sign-in system knew that it had blown a 3-point return to Yuan Key Cannon, so get yourself one? However, the 3-point Yuan Key Cannon is dropped from a level 10 dungeon. Normally it's level 10 gear. This key cannon has reached level 15 in all aspects. It's not bad, can be used as a secondary offhand weapon. With the last lesson, this time, Li Chengfeng didn't dare to give the key power star spar that exceeded the grade. On a 15-star speed spar, the flying speed of the key bullet is plus 200 meters per second. In addition, a 15-star flame spar is added. The temperature of the key bomb can be plus 2000 degrees Celsius. High-temperature key bombs, the natural lethality has increased. This kind of temperature bullet hits the combustible material and can ignite directly. Li Chengfeng just installed the spar of the Kipao. Suddenly a man's voice was heard. "I am moved by the heavens and the earth. Why can't I move you?" The voice came from downstairs, and it is also a sound transmission of internal power, so loud that every word is forced into the ear. Isn't this a nuisance? Li Chengfeng came to his balcony garden and looked down. I saw a few big characters with red flowers on the downstairs of the apartment. Junior sister Fu Iao, I heart you scare. It was for Shu Fu Iao to confess. Li Chengfeng took a closer look. The singer was a young man dressed in a luxury brand. I have a little impression, I seem to have seen it, but I can't remember who it is. Shu Fu Iao, who is wearing a mask, also ran to the balcony to watch. The people downstairs finished singing and began to shout, "Shu Fu Iao, I like you. Can you be my woman?" Li Chengfeng is angry. If you ran downstairs to your own house and disturbed the people, forget about it. And make a big fanfare to let the girl you like be your woman. Did you take yourself seriously? Li Chengfeng frowned. Following you, isn't it? There are so many people chasing me lately. Shu Fuiao said proudly. I picked Li Chengfeng's straight eyebrows, as if to say that so many people are chasing me. You don't act quickly. Li Chengfeng is very upset. But he is Shu Fuiao's good friend, not a boyfriend. Naturally I have no identity to refuse for her, so said, you let him go. Shu Fuiao reluctantly spreads her hands. I can't call him, he is a senior brother, I am a junior sister. I don't have that status. You know him, I know, Zhang Shuo. He's from your glory department. Since we achieved the outstanding achievement of the Brave World Association, he has started chasing me. 99. You didn't reject him? Shu Fuiao saw that his face was not happy, somehow inexplicably happy, rejected many times, but it doesn't work. What a shame, shit, I'll send him off. 35. Li Chengfeng went downstairs wearing slippers. Shu Fuiao wiped her face and followed him. 2 people came out of the building. When Zhang Shuo saw Shu Fuiao, he immediately ran up with a handful of flowers from his companion. Junior sister Fuiao, You are finally willing to see me 35. Li Chengfeng took a step laterally and stopped between the two. Zhang Shuo, right? Zhang Shuo had a smile on his face. It's me, Li Chengfeng, long time no see. Come on, don't block me and confess to junior sister Fu Iao 39. Li Chengfeng sternly. Who allowed you to confess to her? Who allowed you to chase after her? Zhang Shuo also saw that Li Chengfeng's face was not very good looking, obviously looking for trouble. Then his face turned cold, and he said, "What? Do I need to get approval for my confession to junior sister Fu Iao?" Fu Iao was silent, and the deer were pounding in his heart, looking forward to Li Chengfeng's next words and deeds. Curious what he would say. Would you say that you are his girlfriend? Or a sweetheart? What to do? So excited. She's by my side. Did you chase after her and ask me? Li Chengfeng's stern face, eyes full of anger. Who does not know that he is close to Fu Iao? Openly ran downstairs to confess. Isn't that contempt for his existence? Fu Iao was taken aback. People around you. It's a little different from what I imagined. Zhang Shuo smiled without a smile. His eyes were coldly confronting Li Chengfeng. Obviously, Li Chengfeng didn't take it seriously. Take a step forward and walk to Li Chengfeng. He sprayed a sentence on his face close at hand. Do you think I haven't investigated it? Junior sister Fu Iao is single. I chase her. It's none of your business. The two companions who followed Zhang Shuo couldn't stand it any longer. One of the tall, thin, purple-haired guys instructed from the side, Li Chengfeng, don't get out of the way quickly. Don't delay Brother Zhang's confession ceremony. Another chunky black man followed. That's right. Hurry up. It's 13 hours, 14 minutes, and 52 seconds, 0 seconds, and there are less than 3 minutes left. Li Chengfeng chuckled lightly. What else do people who have been rejected say? Anything? Don't be so shameless and shameful. 35. Zhang Shuo's companion and junior brother shouted, boldly. Chengfeng, how dare you disrespect Brother Zhang? Li Chengwen. 9. Zhang Shuo gritted his teeth coldly. I think you belong to our glory department, so I'll show you some shame. Li Wanghao, don't be ashamed of your face. Li Chengfeng just found it funny. What are you that gives me face? 99. The purple-haired boy curled his lips contemptuously and said, Li Chengfeng, take a good look. The necklace worn by Brother Zhang's neck. A golden bead is a remarkable achievement. A blue bead is an excellent achievement. A silver bead is a common achievement. How many achievements can you count? 35. There is indeed a necklace hanging around Zhang Shuo's neck. There are many round beads of gold, blue and silver on it. And each one is engraved with a small grave good guy. Fu Iao is ashamed. It seems that this is what Ding Cheng said. A little achievement hangs around the neck. The kind of person who I wish the whole world would know about. P.S. Newcomers and new books. Ask for flowers. Ask for evaluation tickets. Ask for rewards. Ask for all support. I beg. Thank you. Chapter 85. Li Chengfeng shook his head speechlessly. I've never seen it so pretentious. Achievement into a necklace hanging around the neck. The purple-haired guy thought he couldn't count, and then said, if you can't count, I'll tell you. Brother Zhang is a super genius with 5 outstanding achievements. Don't think it's great that you have 2 or 3 outstanding achievements, in front of senior Brother Zhang. You're not a fart. Zhang Shuo straightened his shirt and straightened his chest, straightened the necklace around the neck. The corners of his mouth raised slightly, and he was very satisfied with the performance of the 2 younger brothers. Finally, the identity token is released and shown to Li Chengfeng. Now, this senior brother orders you, immediately, get out of my way. The identity token reads, Zhang Shuo 425. It is indeed a lot higher than Li Chengfeng 200's status score. However, is Li Chengfeng the kind of person who is randomly ordered by a few numbers? No. Li Chengfeng stood with arms folded and looked at Zhang Shuo proudly. There is no intention of giving in at all. Even if the opponent is level 20, Li Chengfeng is not afraid at all. At this time, it was already full of spectators. Zhang Shuo was singing and shouting just now. People within a radius of 500 meters were all attracted. Downstairs surrounded the circle, and upstairs also proved out a lot of heads to watch the fun. Senior brother Chengfeng is so arrogant, yet he doesn't care about senior brother Zhang 35. He's in the limelight with 3 outstanding achievements recently. Then you can't forcefully challenge your senior brother. In our Xiao faction, if you have more status, you will be your father. Not to mention, if you have more senior brother Zhang, he is almost 200% higher. Maybe senior brother Chengfeng has just come, and he has never suffered from disobeying senior brother's orders. The faction enforcement department is no joke. With Li Chengfeng's good looks, after the Xiaoyao faction appeared twice, many young disciples admired him. Someone upstairs shouted, "Senior brother Chengfeng, let him take a step back and open the sky." 35 Zhang Shuo glanced upstairs, and the people upstairs were so frightened that they shrank their heads back, for fear that Zhang Shuo mistakenly thought that they were shouting. See Li Chengfeng completely indifferent after seeing his token. Zhang Shuo was surprised. "You dare to disobey my orders?" The purple-haired boy reminded fiercely, "Li Chengfeng, you have committed the following crimes. Don't blame me for not reminding you. According to the rules of the party, as a junior brother, you must obey your senior brother's orders. Otherwise, the punishment will be severe. Get out of the way, otherwise, we will notify the dispatching department." The black fat man said urgently, "No, Brother Zhang, there are less than 20 seconds left until the best confession time at 13 hours, 14 minutes, and 52 seconds, 0. Zhang Shuo was also anxious, and waved his finger to the side. "Li Chengfeng, get out of the way for me quickly. If you ruin the good deeds of the senior brother, don't blame my men for being merciless." 3, 2, it looks like it's about to start. Shufu Io, who was watching Li Chengfeng's performance on the side, didn't want him to fight with the brothers and parry because of himself. Besides, Zhang Shuo has a level 20 internal strength, while Li Chengfeng only has a level 15 internal strength. Zhang Shuo is also a master with outstanding achievements. "I really want to move my hands." She was only afraid that Li Chengfeng would suffer. Although she would love to see Li Chengfeng confront a rival, but her heart is all towards Li Chengfeng. "Of course I don't want to see him suffer." So I walked out from behind Li Chengfeng. He cleared his throat and said, "Brother Zhang, do you want to confess to me?" Li Chengfeng was taken aback for a moment. Why is she running away now? Want that guy to make a confession at the best time? Zhang Shuo saw that Shufu Iao took the initiative to stand up, suddenly ecstatic. "I have a premonition that I have a play this time. Quick, senior brother Zhang, there are 10 seconds left." The fat black man pinched his watch to remind. Zhang Shuo rushed in front of Shufu Iao in 2 steps, kneeling down on one knee and offering flowers with both hands. Adjust your emotions and say with great emotion, "Junior sister Fu Iao, since the first time I saw you, I fell in love with you at first sight. My love for you is as eternal as the sun shining on the earth. I sincerely beg you to be my woman." Okay, 5 on the side. The purple-haired guy was recording video with his mobile phone. He wanted to record this touching moment. All eyes are on Shufu Iao. See how she responds. Under everyone's eyes, Shufu Iao said indifferently, "Want me to promise you? Think I miss it too much?" Junior sister. Zhang Shuo was so excited that he didn't refuse directly, which showed that he was very entertaining. Li Chengfeng was inexplicably a little nervous. Shufu Iao said, "Unless you, as good as Li Chengfeng, as handsome as Li Chengfeng, understand me like Li Chengfeng, fighting with me like Li Chengfeng, like Li Chengfeng, and I come from the same school of Blue Star, like Li Chengfeng, all the same." Li Chengfeng stayed. "What does it mean? Do you promise to be exactly like yourself?" "It means that unless I tell you, otherwise you won't agree?" "Oh, hey," the disciples onlookers roared one after another. Shufu Iao's standard is inseparable from Li Chengfeng. Doesn't this make it clear that he is confessing to Li Chengfeng in disguise? All eyes turned to Li Chengfeng. "Senior brother Chengfeng, don't you understand? Brother Chengfeng is great. You are a match made in heaven." 99 Hurry up and hug her. 35 Hurry up and tell her directly. Shufu Iao pursed her lips shyly. The beautiful face glows red, looks like a very tasty apple. Zhang Shuo was dumbfounded, holding the flower stiff in his arms and embarrassed. His public confession made a wedding dress for others. The purple-haired guy who videotaped Zhang Shuo was also stupid. "Put away your phone and delete the video just now, otherwise," Zhang Shuo looked back and saw, he would have thrown his phone on the ground and trampled it to pieces. Li Chengfeng looked at Shufu Iao. She stole a glance at him and stood there as if waiting for something. Li Chengfeng's deep eyes rolled around. "Are you waiting for yourself to confess to you, in front of so many people?" That's probably a little tricky to say. The wording needs to be well organized. Cough. Li Chengfeng cleared his throat, about to say something. "I don't know this time." Clap. Zhang Shuo suddenly stood up and smashed the flowers on the ground. He was defied authority by Li Chengfeng. When Shu Fuiao was in front of so many people, rejecting this Li Chengfeng way, how can I not be ashamed and angry? Staring at Li Chengfeng, eyes full of anger, Li Chengfeng. You're not listening to Senior Brother Ben's orders, and I will teach you a lesson myself today. Li Chengfeng also knows this guy is level 20, and it has outstanding achievements. Leapfrog combat should not be careless. Jump back immediately, release a normal quality knife from the bracelet. The reason for using ordinary quality, that's to make the opponent underestimate the enemy. As long as he underestimates the enemy, Li Chengfeng's drawing sword in silent slash has a great chance of success. This is the easiest and cleanest way to win. He said, teach me a lesson. It depends on whether you have this ability. Zhang Shuo is releasing his best one-star sword. The weapons of the two sides were compared, and there were shouts of scolding. P.S. Newcomers and new books, ask for flowers, ask for evaluation tickets, ask for rewards, ask for all support. I beg. Thank you. Chapter 86 Level 15 versus Level 20. Brother Zhang, isn't this bullying? That is, he is level 20 and others are level 15. They use ordinary knives, and he also uses top-quality one-star swords, no martial arts. Senior Brother Zhang is too ignorant of martial arts. When Zhang Shuo heard these words, he was naturally a little ashamed. But he is angry at the moment, so don't mind him. It's a big deal if you don't wear armor. The purple-haired guy chuckled when he saw Li Chengfeng's weapon. This bastard has an ordinary knife. Does he think he is not weak enough? The black fat man also said, shouldn't he be holding a top-quality sword, and Senior Brother Zhang holding an ordinary sword? How come it's the other way around? Isn't that the same as lying on the ground and letting Senior Brother Zhang clean up? The onlookers spread out a little, lest they be harmed. Zhang Shuo and Li Chengfeng faced off in the spacious dam downstairs, pacing slowly, not in a hurry. First set aside time for the younger brothers and sisters to evacuate the battlefield and leave room for confrontation. Li Chengfeng waited for him to attack, and squeezed a move, drawing sword in silent slash, in his hand. And Zhang Shuo is thinking about how to humiliate Li Chengfeng, slap on the ground and slap in the face or step on the foot to spank. These two methods seem to be good. It is better to use this one first and the other later. The purple-haired guy shouted from the sidelines, Senior Brother Zhang, be merciful. Don't beat Li Chengfeng twice, otherwise, if some women who like Li Chengfeng see Li Chengfeng so unscathed, they should doubt their own eyes. Shu Fuiao. 6695. The black fat man and the purple-haired guy sang the double read together. Don't, Senior Brother Zhang, you have to show some women how blind she is. Shu Fuiao. At this time, the younger brothers and sisters all retreated to watch the battle from a distance. Zhang Shuo pointed his sword at Li Chengfeng and said, let you know today how high the sky is and how thick the ground is. 35 Li Chengfeng slowly squatted down on one foot, while sending a private message to Shu Fuiao. Li Chengfeng, close your eyes. Shu Fuiao, why? Li Chengfeng, take my word for it. Shu Fuiao, well, Li. Senior Brother Chengfeng is miserable now. Why do you want to compete with senior brothers who are higher than you, and it's still 5 grades higher? Isn't that asking for trouble? 5 Zhang Shuo had already killed Li Chengfeng with his sword. Li Chengfeng moved. The knife is raised diagonally in the air. Everyone was immediately surprised. Isn't his knife still in its scabbard? When did it become aslant in the air? No one could see Li Chengfeng's action of drawing the knife. I only saw a huge black sword between Li Chengfeng and Zhang Shuo. Zhang Shuo's eyes glared fiercely. It was too late to do anything other than to open his eyes. The sword roared, Zin, hooray. The next moment, the sword key had penetrated Zhang Shuo, dozens of meters behind him. And Zhang Shuo flew out in the opposite direction. Without the armor, his clothes burst. Li Chengfeng returned the knife to the sheath and stood up coldly. The perfect, drawing sword in silent slash, has been cast. Zhang Shuo fell heavily to the ground, naked puff, spit out a blood mist. The powerful Dao Ki that does not wear armor and resists a single move to draw the sword and kill the annihilation is no joke. Zhang Shuo was so injured that he didn't even have the strength to hide his shame. The disciples of Xiaoyao sect present were all stunned. What happened? Is this over? I just blinked. What did I miss? It took a while for everyone to react. One move. Level 15 Li Chengfeng, with an ordinary knife, with just one move, he defeated Zhang Shuo, who was level 20. The same people with outstanding achievements. How could this result? Looking at Zhang Shuo, who had half his life left. Everyone was dumbfounded. What just happened? Could it be that an expert helped Li Chengfeng put a key trick? Wasn't the key move made by Li Chengfeng? The purple-haired guy rushed to Zhang Shuo while taking off his coat. Cover him with shame. Li Chengfeng, you can open your eyes. Shufu Io? Oh. The shock Li Chengfeng gave everyone was too violent. The scene was eerily quiet, only the sounds of some insects and birds could be heard. Li Chengfeng walked to Zhang Shuo's side. Zhang Shuo coughed up red blood again, looking at Li Chengfeng's eyes full of horror. It was as if death had approached him. Li Chengfeng looked down at Zhang Shuo condescendingly. Are you going to teach me a lesson? Obviously it is the brother who teaches the younger brother. As a result, the senior brother was beaten half to death by the junior brother. This result was something he never expected. Terrifying. This junior brother is too terrifying. Zhang Shuo just wants to go home now. He shook his head, tears and blood in his eyes. Will you still make a confession in my house in the future? 5 Seeking flowers. No, no. Zhang Shuo shook his head and spit out 2 words with difficulty. There were still tears and blood in his eyes. The lessons of blood and tears, he dares to have the next time there. Li Chengfeng turned to look at the purple-haired guy and the black fat man. You two seem to be quite untidy. The purple-haired guy and the black fat man shivered with fright. Their status is not as good as Li Chengfeng. Just now, it was only because of Zhang Shuo's support that he was so presumptuous. Now Zhang Shuo was brought down by Li Chengfeng. The arrogance of the backer just now is still a little bit. Quickly get down on both knees before Li Chengfeng. Senior brother Li, we were wrong. We should be damned. It's our mouths. 5 Li Chengfeng arranged for them. If your mouth is cheap, then slap your mouth 1,000 times. The two repeatedly said yes, and slapped themselves. And I am very fortunate to be able to do it myself. If Li Chengfeng can do it himself, scare. Zhang Shuo lying on the ground is a living example. They would rather slap themselves 1,000 times in the face. He also refused to let Li Chengfeng touch it. Clap. 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 Li Chengfeng is happy not to do it himself. Very interesting. I'm poor at math and can't count, so you can count it yourself. Brother, I'll come back to you to settle the account. 18,192,021. The two counted one fan. With counts and slaps, everyone's voice of surprise also sounded. Mom, senior brother Chengfeng is too scary. Level 15 kills a level 20 master. It seems that the previous rumors are true. Senior brother Li also has the achievement of an outstanding leapfrog killer. Superior leapfrog killer. God, really? Isn't that killing an opponent who is more than level 10? Brother Li even has such a terrifying achievement. 99. The news was released by Zioudi, and the credibility is quite high. So, even though senior brother Li is level 15, should he be considered a level 25 person? That's right. Otherwise how could you defeat senior brother Zhang at level 20 in seconds? What kind of man is senior brother Chengfeng? It's getting more and more curious. 99. PS. Newcomers and new books. Ask for flowers. Ask for evaluation tickets. Ask for rewards. Ask for all support. I beg. Thank you. 5. Chapter 87. Hurry up and apologize. Shu Fuiao ran up, pulled Li Chengfeng's sleeves. Your martial arts have improved again. These days, you can't work in vain. Shu Fuiao saw Zhang Shuo dying. The breath is getting weaker and weaker, and I can't bear it. I will give him some key to lose, otherwise it will be bad if he dies. 39. Li Chengfeng had shown mercy just now, only hurting him with a knife. If you let him get a little closer, with a blade, I am afraid that Zhang Shuo is now 2 people. He also didn't know how Zhang Shuo's injury was. After all, he has never been hit by the sword key that draws the sword and kills the annihilation. I don't know what it's like. There is nothing wrong with fighting with the same door, but it is always unpleasant to cause a life. So he acquiesced to Shu Fuiao's proposal. She squatted down and gave Zhang Shuo some of her pure earth force wooden key. Zhang Shuo quickly slowed down, his breath became rougher, and he was able to speak. Thank you, junior sister, for saving your life. Shu Fuiao stood up, her expression as calm as water. Don't think too much. 563 will not 35. Zhang family courtyard. Zhang Jin walked into the inner room, seeing his nephew Zhang Shuo lying on the bed. His face was pale. Seemingly seriously injured, he said with concern, "What's going on here?" Zhang Shuo's father Zhang Fu grabbed Zhang Yan's hand. "Big brother, you have to decide for sure." 35. Zhang Shuo is very famous in the Zioao school. Although the internal strength is not high, But there are many outstanding achievements. The status within the party is also first class. Zhang Gan probably wasn't hurt by the insiders either. What the hell happened to him? Which faction hurt him like this? Mother Zhang, who was sitting on the edge of the bed, wiped away tears and said, "Who else could it be? It's the new kid from your glory department. He ignores the rules of the door and despises his senior brother. Also labeled the brother like this. It's simply lawless. Let him get rid of him early on and drive him out of my free-spirited faction." 5. Zhang Jin still didn't quite understand, which one is the new one? Zhang Shuo's parents are naturally heartbroken when they see their son hurt like this. I can't wait to tear down the originator into 8 pieces. However, their status is not as high as that of Li Chengfeng, and they cannot rule Li Chengfeng. They also had to rely on Zhang Gan, the most powerful member of the Zhang family in the Xiao faction. It's that Li Chengfeng, eldest brother. This person is too much. We must take care of him and give our shu'er justice. 99. Zhang Fu said angrily. Silk. Zhang Jin was stunned. Li Chengfeng. What happened to you and Li Chengfeng? 35. Zhang Gan asked his nephew. Zhang Shuasu told how Li Chengfeng disobeyed his senior brother's orders and finally lost. Brother, did you hear me? Li Chengfeng is too arrogant. Mother Zhang followed. The savages from Blue Star don't understand the rules at all, and I really don't understand why my sect would accept that kind of person. Brother, hurry up and arrange for the dispatching department to catch that kid. I'll take care of him myself. Zhang Gan smiled bitterly. Hurry up and shut up for me. Who is Li Chengfeng? How, you don't know that he is now in the arena with 97 consecutive victories, immediately rushing to the epic achievement of 100 consecutive victories. The higher-ups are now staring at him, expecting him to win. How dare you provoke him at this juncture? I don't even dare to mess with him. For fear of making him unhappy with one word, affect his fighting performance. At this time, Shu'er still dared to do something with him. If you give him any dark wounds that affect his dual performance, can you bear the blame when you fall down? Can you take the responsibility of sending my second epic achievement to ruin? What? A 97-game winning streak. Zhang Shuo, who was on the bed, sat up in shock from his dying illness. Zhang Fu and his wife were frightened. Suddenly he didn't dare to say a word. The second epic achievement of the freelance sect, that's a big thing about the honor of the whole faction. If it falls into their hands, they can't bear this responsibility even with their lives. After the arena duel, you can heal your wounds, but it will only heal to the health level of entering the arena. So if Li Chengfeng was injured by Zhang Shuo, I have this injury when I enter the arena, and I also have this injury when I leave the arena. The wounds received outside can only be healed outside. Zhang Gan looked at his brother and sister-in-law, not talking anymore. Zhang Fu and his wife's vicious expressions just now disappeared completely. Instead, he looked a little frightened. Zhang Gan said earnestly, I tell you, you are now, hurry up and apologize to Li Chengfeng. Otherwise, if he is angry with you, when the time comes to lose, the above asks why, he puts the blame on you, then I can't save you either. Zhang Jin was absolutely not alarmist. Pine attached great importance to Li Chengfeng's final impact. Before the college entrance examination, parents dare not provoke candidates. Li Chengfeng's final impact is no less important to the Xiao faction than the 100,000 college entrance examinations. The head has already spoken. No matter what Li Chengfeng asks, it must be fulfilled unconditionally. To ensure that he is healthy, happy, adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, any factors that are not conducive to the performance of the duel must be excluded, not even a little bit. Li Chengfeng was originally fishing in Xiao Pai's Mirror Lake, while waiting for the equipment, enjoy rare leisure time. Suddenly, a strange middle-aged man and woman came over with a promise. Brother Li, hello. There are too many people who want to come up and talk to Pine when they see him. Li Chengfeng got bored and said indifferently, I don't want to be disturbed. Zhang Fu smiled humbly. Senior Brother Li, I will delay you for 2 minutes. We are Zhang Shuo's parents. 35 Zhang Shuo, Li Chengfeng certainly no. Oh, what's wrong? Mother Zhang said with a flattering smile. It's like this, we Shu'er are young and ignorant, and we offended you accidentally. Please don't remember the villain and forgive him. Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows slightly, a little confused. I beat Zhang Shuo like that. His parents didn't come to clean up themselves. Instead, apologize to yourself. What is this called? Zhang Fu bowed his waist. Senior Brother Li has a lot of people, so don't have the same knowledge as a child. I am here on behalf of Shu'er to apologize to you. Mother Zhang offered a small bottle with both hands. This is a little thought. I hope it can help you in the competitive duel in the next few days. 35 Li Chengfeng stabilized for a while. Mother Zhang sent her hand up again and raised it above her head. Seeing that the two really came to apologize. He then looked at it, and it turned out to be a bottle of Saint Speed pill. After taking it, the speed attribute of the inner strength blessing can be increased by 10%. It is 2 grades lower than the Shensu pill given by the head of honor, but it is still worth 50,000 yuan. There are a total of 10 in the bottle, which is worth 500,000. Where can Li Chengfeng dare to take this medicine? Ask, you don't want to give me medicine, do you? Don't dare. How can we have the slightest influence on senior brother Li's impact on the epic achievement of such a big thing? Well, I came to apologize this time because I don't want Shuer's affairs to affect your 1.3 mood. Affect your mood? Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows again. When did your mood become so important? If he hit someone, his parents had to come over to apologize and take care of his moodless treatment. Really good. Hit the epic achievements a lot in the future. Li Chengfeng waved. Okay, it's alright, you're going back, is it alright? Brother Li has forgiven our Shuer. These two people are annoying. Li Chengfeng just wants to get rid of them quickly. Forgive me. It's none of your business, let's go. Li Chengfeng took the medicine pill, but he didn't plan to take it. He doesn't dare to eat anything given by people he doesn't trust. Carefully sail the ship for 10,000 years, ready to resell it. P.S. There are few flowers, please ask for some flowers, friends. I plan to update 5 chapters every day, the flowers will rise by 1,000, I plan to add 1 chapter, and now the flowers are 2,800. Chapter 88 arranged to the ferry of the Emei school. 3 days. Zhang Gan finally made a set of level 15 armor for Li Chengfeng. The quality is human class epic. Cost 135 million yuan. Of course, this armor is only for Li Chengfeng, ownership still belongs to the freelancers. The moment you get the epic battle armor, Li Chengfeng couldn't help being a little excited. But the armor is too small, the whole set is only a piece of metal the size of a lunchbox. Holding it in my hand, I can't believe it, this is something worth more than 100 million. However, the epic armor is a mid-level craftsmanship, 1 billion times finer than nanometers. A little smaller is normal. Li Chengfeng injected some key into the metal block, armor activation, turned into a pool of swimming liquid wrapped around his fingertips, get into the clothes close to the wrist, then gradually spread to every part of the body, from start to finish, it was wrapped tightly. Even the head does not leave a gap, and it supplies oxygen inside completely autonomously. Even if Li Chengfeng is thrown into space, he will not die. Of course, if he wanted to spit, the face of the smart armor can be turned on instantly. There is absolutely no embarrassment of spitting into the helmet. 24. In addition, the armor also has a self-cleaning function. The sweat from the fierce battle can also be cleaned up in time. Guaranteed wearing comfort and cleanliness. Because there is no light and shadow illusion, there is no cool-looking armor shape. Tight and bulging, like wearing a tight one-piece leather jacket. Not very good looking. Li Chengfeng can't help but wear his own clothes again, which is much better. All the armors above the best quality can set the illusion, that is, set the shape effect by yourself. There are some schools that specialize in such designs, but they have to be bought. Not his own armor, and Li Chengfeng didn't want to spend money on that expensive cool illusion. With epic armor, epic weapons also have. It was also time for the final 3 competitive duels. Game 98, Li Chengfeng was matched with a high elf. This species is known as the most intelligent species on Jupiter, high IQ. Li Chengfeng took a lot of effort to win this game. Game 99, it took half an hour to match successfully. Li Chengfeng was transported to a vast snowfield. On the opposite side is a female swordsman in science suit. It is also a thin armor of epic quality. The woman was wearing a normal old-fashioned outfit outside. Both sides need to select ready before the battle starts. Before that, the female swordsman went to Li Chengfeng, temporarily shrinking the helmet, revealing that beautiful face, tossed a blue hair, and it was full of amorous feelings. The female swordsman clenched his fists to Li Chengfeng. In the lower Emei faction, Zhang Bixin, who is the son, Xia Oiopai, Li Chengfeng 35. Zhang Bixin smiled. It turned out to be young Master Li of the Xiao faction. It is also fate to meet young Master Li in the 99th battle. Why don't we sit down and have a cup of tea first, and then get ready? She was very happy. I thought that the 99th battle would meet the outstanding disciples of the 12 famous schools, or the outstanding clansmen of several royal families. It's going to be a very tough fight. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a happy sect who had just been squeezed into the top 500 sects in the world. Isn't that a culinary genre? Their martial arts are commonplace. And this person is probably lucky to have a 98-game winning streak. It's unlucky for him to meet him. Zhang Bixin already had an 8-point chance of winning 100 battles and 100 victories. Zhuju, the ME school, is also one of the top 500 schools in the world. Zhuju, ranked 27th in the world, he belongs to the ranks of the top elites. Zhuju, ME Qinggong is the number 1 in the world, and the ME school's Xiangxin swordsmanship is also one of the top 10 swordsmanships in the world. Zhuyuan, their swordsmanship is light and subtle, strange and unpredictable. With the best Qinggong in the world, it is difficult to match in public. Junior brother Li must be careful. Mu Xiaobei, what does this woman mean? She walked up to show her face on purpose, as if no one knew she was beautiful. Mu Zhaoqing, senior brother Chengfeng, don't drink her tea, be careful that the tea is poisoned. Zhao Yan, senior brother Li, don't be fooled by her beauty. This is indeed a beauty trick, and Zhang Bixin, who is as beautiful as a fairy, comes up and looks familiar. It's a little scruples for a man to move his hands. No, I can't beat you anyway, it's better to finish the fight and leave as soon as possible. Li Chengfeng refused, and said something arrogant. As the saying goes, arrogant soldiers will be defeated, and he has an excellent fighting IQ. I'm used to giving the enemy a slack tone before fighting, take advantage of this quickly. If so, then as you wish. 39 There are a lot of people watching Zhang Bixin there. Li Chengfeng was afraid of affecting his performance, so he didn't let too many people watch the game. Both sides are ready, and the battle is about to break out. Zhang looked for Jiang Qi to say hello here. Although there is 30 centimeters of snow on the ground, however, Li Chengfeng used the light work of Lingbo Weibo. He could easily dodge the sword key that came from afar. Zhang Bixin jumped more than 10 meters high, used the stunt of fairy scattering flowers. Dozens of small green sword key flowers fell like flowers. But as a startup sword key flew towards Li Chengfeng, all the little swords madly bombarded Li Chengfeng. The small sword key flower that fell on the snow exploded, and the snowflakes flew. Li Chengfeng used a stunt, flower branches shake. The shadow of the sword in front of him shrouded, and no sword key flower could penetrate the shroud of this move. This is a very defensive move in the small trembling sword technique. Zhang Bixin was stunned for a moment, but Li Chengfeng was using a style of swordsmanship. It seems that the long-range attack is not easy to hit. Zhang Bixin narrowed the distance and went to melee to test the opponent's basic swordsmanship. Li Chengfeng returned the sword to the sheath. 563. Zhang Bixin came near, squat down with one foot. Seeing Li Chengfeng's posture, Zhang Bixin was horrified. She who has experienced hundreds of battles can't see where it is. It is a bit like the stance of the killing god of the killing sect. If you hit that move, you will have to peel off the skin. If you don't, dodge quickly. Li Chengfeng made a change and used resonant meniscus wave, or the stunt of the trembling swordsmanship. Zhang Bixin knew it, and it seemed that he thought too much. Slaying the god with the sword is an SS-level martial art. Li Chengfeng, an outsider who wants to learn, you can only buy that extremely rare copy drop. SS-level martial arts. That can't be bought by a few 100 million. How could someone like Li Chengfeng be in the teens who can afford it? Zhang Bixin made use of his excellent light skills to flash the huge sword key of resonating meniscus wave, with a little effort. Thinking that Li Chengfeng's move consumes a lot of energy, it is inevitable that he will not be able to come again for the time being. Use Emri's first Qinggong, key spring. The key springs in the legs, which had already contracted and stored energy, bounced. Her whole body was like an arrow from a string, and she quickly shot at Li Chengfeng, drawing the sword and killing it. Of course, it has to be pulled out, plugged before pulling. The explosive energy in the scabbard can also provide a lot of blade speed. Li Chengfeng quickly returned the sword to the sheath. Bend your left knee to the ground. Zhang Bixin shot in front of him in the blink of an eye, unleashed the ultimate move, flying out of the dust. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 89, Promise Yourself for Achievement. Li Chengfeng's figure flashed, the sword light also flashed. The whole person suddenly moved to the side. Zhang Bixin's move that he thought was inevitable failed, eyes wide open. Fortunately, it is instinctive to see the danger. I blocked it with my arm, but the arm was cut with a huge cut, almost to the bone. The person flew out along the vigorous and incomparable sword key. Hit by Li Chengfeng's perfect sword-drawn annihilation cut, Zhang Bixin's injuries are not light. I cursed in my heart, damn, it really is the killing god of the killing door. Moreover, he has practiced a famous sword-drawn annihilation slash. I didn't even see him draw the knife. How come? This boy is so young, how could it be possible to practice that trick to such a degree? Could it be that he was rejuvenated? Zhang Bi is looking for beauty like a fairy, but it didn't stop Li Chengfeng from beating her hard. The next battle Li Chengfeng completely suppressed her. Zhang Bixin was almost unable to fight back. Zhang Bixin knew that he could not beat Li Chengfeng. The opponent's swordsmanship reached its peak. The number of swordsmanship is at your fingertips. Unpredictable, she is no match for the normal attack of fast close combat. In desperation, she forced King Guang to distance herself, put a few sword key to stop Li Chengfeng from coming up to fight. Zhang Bixin requested to add you to the address book. Do you agree? Li Chengfeng was taken aback. The system interface suddenly received a request from the other party to add a friend. What's the meaning? A slowdown strategy? Li Chengfeng has basically eaten her through, very sure of victory. I also want to see what tricks she plays. Li Chengfeng agrees. Sent a private message. Zhang Bixin, young Master Li, your martial arts are above mine, and Bixin admires it very much. Li Chengfeng, so you are ready to surrender? Zhang Bixin, to tell you the truth, I have been specializing in single-player sports for 9 years. This is the first time I have been so close to 100 consecutive victories, and the whole faction is looking at me. Even if the ME faction ranks 27th in the world, epic achievements are still important to them. They are huge, a sect of tens of thousands of people, an average of 1 or 2 epic achievements a year. Li Chengfeng, so what? Zhang Bixin, if I lose, everyone will be disappointed with me. My parents, my master, and my brothers and sisters, how should I face them? Li Chengfeng, how do you face? What does it have to do with me? Zhang Bixin, I must win this epic achievement. If you will let me win, I can promise you anything. It turned out that I wanted to buy my own water. Think more. Don't you also have high hopes from countless people? Why should I give you the victory? Unless you can give yourself the conditions to move. Li Chengfeng didn't seem to need much effort to win the 99-game winning streak by himself. If you can win the first time, you can win the second time. Interested to see what kind of price the other party can offer? If the price is worth more than what you lost, that's not impossible to consider. Li Chengfeng, tell me, what can you give me? Zhang Bixin quickly thought about what he could sacrifice. She had greeted him face to face before, knowing that Li Chengfeng was born handsome and looked pleasing to the eye. Now I know that his martial arts are outstanding. It is also a hero. Zhang Bixin, if you are willing to let me win, I can give you anything, even if... beauties. I actually did this trick with myself. But this woman is really beautiful. It is the existence of the appearance and temperament that is not inferior to Shu Fu Iao. But this woman is too casual. For a competitive victory, I would like to sell myself. And this isn't the 100th game, there's one more to come. Li Chengfeng was amazed. These locals have been fascinated since childhood. The honor of achievement should be taken very seriously. To do this for an epic achievement. Of course, Li Chengfeng wouldn't be so foolish as to believe her. Li Chengfeng, do you say that you can promise by yourself? Why should I trust you? Zhang Bixin, I can sign a holy station contract with you. If you promise me to win, I will promise to marry you. Li Chengfeng opened his eyes. Come on, for real. System contracts are used. It can be enforced if the conditions are met. Repentance is useless. Li Chengfeng, how old are you? Zhang Bixin, I am 26 this year. Li Chengfeng pondered, years older than myself, mature lady. Li Chengfeng, where are you from? Zhang Bixin, she was speechless. Where did you hear that? Are you a commodity? It's such a personal thing to ask. In the end she is now begging because of Li Chengfeng. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, swallow this breath, and don't get angry. Zhang Bixin, what do you think I am? A commodity? Li Chengfeng, this is originally a transaction. You use yourself as a bargaining chip in the transaction. Is there any difference from commodities? Zhang Bixen gritted his teeth, but he was regarded as a commodity. However, she thought of the disappointment of her relatives and friends over and over again in the past 9 years, and this year is the last year to support her in the arena. Once this year is over, support will be withdrawn next year. This year is the last chance. She didn't want to see their disappointed eyes again. She wants to be the proud person under the spotlight of the whole faction, rather than a mediocre person who fails again and again. Li Chengfeng, when making a transaction, you must know the properties of the product, right? Zhang Bixen, I am. Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows slightly surprised. 26 years old and still, such a beautiful lady. The person chasing her does not have a train or a boat. Li Chengfeng, really? You look like this, at this age? Hasn't a man chasing you touched your heart? Zhang Bixen, what are you lying to? Our MAE faction has very few male disciples, legions. I have been concentrating on practicing martial arts all these years. How can I have that kind of kung fu? Li Chengfeng, alright. Zhang Bixen, do you agree? Li Chengfeng, no. Zhang Bixen, then you say okay, ? Li Chengfeng, don't worry. Besides, do you have anything else for me? Do you have any money? Zhang Bixen, I have more than 10 million. Li Chengfeng, that's it? Do you know that if I win the 100-game winning streak, the party will directly reward me with 100 million yuan in cash? Zhang Bixen, the armor on me is from the martial art, but my sword was given to me by my grandfather. Li Chengfeng, is it your tiered epic sword? Zhang Bixen, yes, this sword is probably worth 4 or 5 billion. If I marry you, it will naturally belong to you. Li Chengfeng, then besides you, can I have another wife? Zhang Bixen, P.S. Rose more than 1,000 flowers and more. Chapter 90 Destiny must be mastered by yourself. Good guy. Zhang Bixen is a direct good guy. This stinky boy wants something else with such a beautiful wife. Men are really like this. Li Chengfeng, no way? Zhang Bixen, as long as you don't break the law. Li Chengfeng, what do you mean? Zhang Bixen, according to the laws of our country, a young hero can marry 2 wives, a young hero can marry 3, and a real hero can marry 4. Li Chengfeng, so good. Which country are you from? Zhang Bixen, Shenzhou. Li Chengfeng, I remember, this country is not bad. Zhang Bixen, of course, a woman can marry 2 husbands when she reaches the young hero level. Li Chengfeng, this can't be done. You can't have other men besides me. Is this okay? When she thought about it, she was not interested in men anyway. Zhang Bixen, okay. Row. Tisk. Oops. Li Chengfeng was a little distressed. This deal looks like a good deal. Give up 99 winning streak, get a perfect fairy wife. It also comes with a dowry of 4 or 500 million, and also allowed himself to open the harem. Can this be unnerving? At its current level, to regain the 99-game winning streak, should be just over a month. In more than a month, earn a cheap wife, bring another 4 or 5 million dowry. Is there anything more profitable than this business? 580. Does Li Chengfeng want to trade with her? Say no, think again, think about it, but don't want to. It's very confusing anyway. The two were deadlocked for a while. The audience was a little puzzled. Why didn't they fight? Li Chengfeng rushed to the opposite Zhang Bixen and waved, Zhang opposite, let's take a break, I'm a little tired from playing. Zhang Bixen understood and continued, that's what Li Guangzi said. Why don't you come and have a cup of tea? Let's fight after drinking. Li Chengfeng put away his sword, then it's better to be respectful than to obey. The audience was speechless. I drank tea while I was beating, these two are so casual. Zhang Bixen released a coffee table and tea-burning utensils from the storage bracelet, and delicate teacups made of jade. Take off the head armor, revealing the face of the city. The long blue hair fluttered in the wind with snowflakes, like the green willows by the river. Under the thin willow eyebrows, it is a pair of long phoenix eyes with oriental charm. The snow-white skin is more lustrous than the white snow on the ground. The two sat cross-legged on both sides of the coffee table. Li Chengfeng still hasn't made a final decision. Let's see how her contract is. Zhang Bixen was cooking tea. On the one hand, he draws up a contract on the contract purchased at the holy station with his mind. After drawing up the contract, take it to Li Chengfeng to amend and sign. Li Chengfeng took a look. This is a 100,000 hour contract, that is 10 years. Contract conditions: Li Chengfeng let Zhang Bixin win the competitive duel against each other, and Zhang Bixin won the Epic Arena achievement this season. Contractual obligations: Zhang Bixin married Li Chengfeng, and use Earth Stage, Epic Flying Snow Sword, as a dowry. After marriage, Li Chengfeng shall not beat or scold Zhang Bixin, nor make unreasonable demands. Li Chengfeng was taken aback after reading it. The condition is that she wins the Arena Epic achievement. It's only the 99th game now. Even if he wins this one, there will be an unknown duel behind him. It means that if she encounters a strong opponent and loses later, no travel contract obligations. Li Chengfeng let her win this game and she got nothing. This woman is too good at making plans. Li Chengfeng, you take me for a fool? What if you lose the next game? Zhang Bixin is not stupid. She originally only offered to make promises. Later Li Chengfeng added so many conditions. She naturally has to make sure that she has won the epic achievement before paying. Otherwise, the achievement is not obtained, and I have given everything to this man. Isn't he the #1 idiot in the world? Zhang Bixin, I want 100 consecutive victories, not 99 consecutive victories. Zhang Bixin, what you gave me was just a chance to win 100 consecutive victories. Zhang Bixin, what you lost is just an opportunity to win 100 consecutive victories, not 100 consecutive victories. You also have no certainty to win 1,0 winning streak, right? Zhang Bixin, it's fair to exchange an opportunity for a chance to get me and the sword, an opportunity for an opportunity. Li Chengfeng thinks it's the same reason, opportunity for opportunity. However, he still feels that the opportunity is more reliable in his own hands. Although this sister's swordsmanship is very good, but there is no guarantee that the opponent's martial arts behind him are equally good. If she loses, wouldn't she be both successful and empty? Zhang Bixin, your swordsmanship is excellent. Give me some pointers from the back. It is a sure thing for me to win 100 consecutive victories. If you are not satisfied with the contract, just change it. While chatting privately, she poured a cup of tea. The tip of the jade palm of the left hand gently supports the bottom of the jade cup. The well-proportioned snow-white jade fingers of the right hand are lightly stuck on the rim of the cup. Hands the tea to Li Chengfeng. Young Master Li, please use tea. Li Chengfeng carefully, picking up the empty space of the teacup with 2 fingers. It just didn't touch her jade hand at all. Although the two sides talk about such a deal, Li Chengfeng also treats her with respect. There is no act of taking the opportunity to wipe the oil. This made Zhang Bixin suddenly have some good feelings for him. Li Chengfeng pondered while drinking a small tea. Some modifications have been made to the contract. The two sides repeatedly revised 3 or 4 rounds, finally finalized terms. Contract conditions: Li Chengfeng helped Zhang Bixin win the Epic Arena achievement this season. Contractual obligations: Zhang Bixin is not allowed to have an intimate relationship with any man other than Li Chengfeng. Violation of this rule will reduce his lifespan by 100 years. Marry Li Chengfeng within 1 year of the condition being met, and give ground stage, epic flying snow sword, to Li Chengfeng. After marriage, both parties shall not beat or scold each other, and shall not make unreasonable demands. Violation of this rule will result in a 1-year reduction in life expectancy. Zhang Bixin shall not harm Li Chengfeng in any form, and in violation of this article, his lifespan will be reduced by 100 years. After the transformation, the standard life expectancy of a human being is 100 years. Zhang Bixin has lived for so many years, and his lifespan has been reduced by 100 years. It's like just dying. Both signed the contract, 2 copies, 1 for each person. Zhang Bixin has already activated the contract. If Li Chengfeng chooses to activate, the contract will take effect immediately. It will not take effect if it is not activated. Zhang Bixin, activate quickly. After activation, we continue to fight. You shouldn't be too obvious when you release water. Don't let people see that you deliberately let me. Li Chengfeng raised the corner of his mouth playfully and activated the contract. The two sides continued to fight. Li Chengfeng did his best. Zhang Bixin, who was injured in the fight, lost and retreated. Zhang Bixin, what's the matter? You're pushing too hard. Li Chengfeng, so what? Zhang Bixin, you are too powerful. How can I win if you don't let the water go? How can I win the epic achievement if I don't win? Li Chengfeng, the contract did not say that I would definitely win the single-player epic achievement. When I win this single-player 100-game winning streak, I will take you to the double-player 100-game winning streak later. Chapter 91 Wishing Senior Brother Triumph. Zhang Bixin felt that he was being tricked. It took a lot of time and effort to get a contract. As a result, Li Chengfeng didn't plan to let her win the duel at all. Zhang Bixin, you changed your mind. You didn't say that just now. Li Chengfeng, this is not called changing your mind. It is called taking your destiny into your own hands and letting you play the final game. I am not at ease. Zhang Bixin, damn, it's obviously a change of mind. I'll fight with you. Zhang Bixin worked hard, but how could she be Li Chengfeng's opponent with a serious injury? In the end, Li Chengfeng surrendered his weapon, and the soul sword was placed around his neck. Li Chengfeng, give it up. If you want to experience the feeling of death, I don't mind moving your wrist. Li Chengfeng will not give up the epic achievement opportunity that he has been fighting for more than a month. After some communication just now, Quandang met a teammate candidate with extraordinary martial skills. Such a master team behind a copy, or the arena is very good. Zhang Bixin, who was powerless, took off his hood. 2 lines of clear tears hung on her beautiful face. This stinky man, I have been shameless and skinless to break up with him for so long. I put down my proud face all my life. He didn't let himself go in the end. Face is lost, the game is lost, and there is no hope for epic achievements. How to deal with relatives and friends after going out. Zhang Bixin conceded defeat and sat weakly on the cold snow. Duel victory, single-player competitive ladder points plus 149, receive a 99-game winning streak reward, money plus 99,000 yuan. Li Chengfeng, think about it. If you are interested in playing the duo arena, come to me. Zhang Bixin, there's only 1 month left until the end of the season, and it's too late. A 100-game winning streak can only be won in 1 season. This is my last season, no chance. After this season, Zhang Bixin can no longer use the expensive epic battle armor. Without equipment support, she can't go far. Li Chengfeng, more than a month is enough, and I only play solo queue for more than a month. Look at you, if we don't fight, we will sign the contract in vain. After speaking, Li Chengfeng left the arena. Take this one. Li Chengfeng is just 1 game away from the final 100-game winning streak. 1 step away from an epic achievement. Just came out of the portal, the 5 assistants in Zhang Jin gathered around them one after another. Good job, Junior Brother Li, only the last battle is left. I send my 2nd epic achievement close at hand. Senior Brother Chengfeng is awesome. Just now we were worried about the beauty of the woman in you. Don't be kidding. Senior Brother Chengfeng is not the kind of man who is easily fooled by beauty. Everyone has worked hard. Come here today, and fight again tomorrow. Li Chengfeng announced the end of work. Tomorrow is the most important battle. We must recharge our batteries. Fight at your best. At dusk, Li Chengfeng received a private message from Zhang Bixin. Zhang Bixin, Li Gongzi, if you successfully win 100 consecutive single-row wins, please let me know. Li Chengfeng responded well. It seems that she is interested in trying to double row with herself, but first, see if you can get the solo queue achievement. Every day, 10 o'clock in the morning, the downstairs of the apartment where Li Chengfeng lives is buzzing with gongs and drums. Many disciples who saw off came here and surrounded a human-shaped corridor. The head Xiao Wanjian sorted out Li Chengfeng's collar. With great hope, he patted his shoulder. You can. We'll watch your final battle in the Pi 55. Xiao Yudi ran out of the crowd and brought flowers to Li Chengfeng. Brother Chengfeng, come on. Li Chengfeng pinched her fleshy cheeks. Walk through the red carpet in the courtyard and walk towards your own vehicle. Zhang Gan, wearing white gloves, opened the passenger door of the red Ferrari for him. This time, as the director of the glory department, he will be a driver for Li Chengfeng. Under the command of Xiao Wanjian, many brothers and sisters shouted, I wish, Brother Li Chengfeng, a triumphant return. Thousands of people shouted with inner strength. The sound is like thunder, resounding through the 4 million square meters of land of Xiaoao School. This battle shocked Li Chengfeng. Fortunately, his heart is big, and he didn't show it much. And that's where the Ferrari is on its final journey. Ferrari F430 takes the lead. 5 assists also followed in the car behind. They are even more excited than Li Chengfeng. It was a great honor for them to be personally involved in the process of earning epic achievements within the Pi. Even Zhu Yuan, who has experienced thousands of battles, I can't help but start sweating, wipe on pants constantly. There is not much space in the holy station, so many people did not follow. All those who remain in the happy faction, all gathered in the big square outside the Xiaoao Hall. Everyone puts out stools, chairs and the like from the storage bracelet. Get ready to watch the live broadcast of Li Chengfeng's final battle, for flowers. Hope to witness the birth of the second epic achievement of the whole faction. Xiao Wanjian presided over the battle on the high platform. As soon as the dual room number comes back, he immediately informed everyone. You can see the dual screen in the arena for 100 yuan. And it is possible to change the viewing angle at will. The honorary head of the 5 generations also sat on the chair on the high platform. Get ready to witness with everyone. The winning streak has reached the 100th game, and it takes a long time to match the opponent. So Li Chengfeng started to choose pre-matching yesterday. The opponent was matched yesterday, and the agreed time to start the battle is 10:40 a.m. today. Just enter the arena in time for the battle. Before entering the portal, the Mu twins said, Senior brother Chengfeng, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Well, we'll support you no matter what. 5 Shufu Iao also sent her final blessings. Do your best to win. I will wait for you to come back at home. Li Chengfeng was not nervous, but being surrounded by everyone's tension, also a little nervous. However, after it was introduced into the arena, everything was calm, and it was adjusted. This is a forest by the lake. The lake is blue and the trees are dense. Li Chengfeng walked to the lake and took a general observation of the site. The fighting area is very wide, and it is no longer the 100 by 100 meter arena that it used to be. The lake area accounts for about 70%, and the terrestrial forest accounts for 30%. Li Chengfeng reported the room number to Zhanggan and the others. Zhanggan wanted to send an internal report again. Xiao Wanjian read out the room number on the high platform. Everyone entered the room number and came in to watch the battle. Countless half-length transparent phantoms quickly appeared in the sky. The Xiao faction is very lively. There are forests, and wood attribute internal skills have advantages in combat. There is also the lakeside. This battlefield is also very suitable for water attribute internal power. I don't know who Li's senior brother's opponent will be. 100 yuan, I bet it is an alien. 200 yuan, I bet it is a human, and it is a wood-type opponent. 200 yuan, I bet on water attributes. Don't be a crow's mouth, okay? In this place, if you meet the water attribute, you will die. P.S. Yesterday's 4,000 flowers will be added today, and I will continue to ask for flowers. I will make up for the full 1,000 flowers. Factory. Chapter 92 SSS Grade Martial Arts Opponents. The arena is calm and windless. Suddenly, an oval space crack appeared on the 10-foot-high seat on the lake. A white shadow fell out of it and landed on the lake. Li Chengfeng took a closer look. It was a short-haired man, white hair, white shirt, white flared slacks. He was well-built, tall, about 20 years old. Carrying a huge black gourd as tall as a man on his back, has a metallic matte texture. The people are too white, the background is too dark, the contrast is strong, gives a bright and dazzling feeling. The man fell to the surface. Li Chengfeng couldn't help but startled. It landed on the water from a height of more than 3 meters without causing any ripples. Stand firmly on the water as if you were standing on the ground. Water attribute inner strength. And this person's inner energy is very pure, and the control of water has reached an extraordinary 597 state. The essence of the water attribute key is quasi-soft. When the inner key enters the water, the soft water can be controlled to imitate the shapes of various things. The young man in white looked around and grinned when he saw Li Chengfeng. My opponent is you, 35 if not, Li Chengfeng asked indifferently. Isn't this a well-intentioned question? The one that can be teleported in the single-player arena is naturally the opponent. The young man in white nodded. Li Chengfeng checked his information. Name, Long Beizhong. Equipment quality, Heavenly Epic. Li Chengfeng uses the human level, Epic, 2 grades lower than others. There is no clue for the time being, so go in and see the analysis report of the assistants. One by one Muse I obey, damn. Mu Zhaoqing, oh. Zhuju, terrible. Zhao Yan, Brother Li is not very lucky. Zuyuan, Alice, why did this bump into the people of the Long family? Li Chengfeng, what's the situation, why are you all sighing? I haven't started playing yet, gosh. Are these assistants here for their own mentality? I didn't do it before, now the most important final battle is coming, and it will really be a challenging time. Muse I obey, the surname Long can only be used by the royal family of the Penglai Empire. Li Chengfeng, this guy is a prince? Zhuju, sure, the gourd on his back has the flag of their Penglai Empire on it. This person must be a member of the Penglai royal family. Li Chengfeng, so why are you sighing? Zhuju, the Long family is one of the 5 legendary families. Zhao Yan, they are the representative family of water in the 5 elements. The Long family's Luo Yunchu Z is the world's first martial art of quasi-soft water making. Zuyuan, yes, it is the only set of SSS-level water attribute martial arts in the world. Li Chengfeng, SSS class. Meeting for the first time. It seems that the guy on the opposite side is a little stronger. Zhuju, there is a lake here, which is his natural superior battlefield. Zuyuan, the water attribute is the strongest defensive attribute. In addition to the martial arts of the dragon family, it is the best defense in the world. No matter how fierce your firepower is, it will be futile. Zhuju, brother Li, the Long family's Shui Mi and Lian screen can bounce back key moves. It's different from what you've encountered before, so be careful squirting screen. Li Chengfeng knows, he has also played against water attribute warriors before. It was a barrier made of water key that was punched out from the hand. Able to block and defend key moves. And a certain degree of physical attack. However, this is the first time I have heard of the rebound key move. Muse Bay, I checked on the internet. This Long Bei's Hong is very famous. He often represents the Penglai Empire in international competitions of low level. Mu Zhaoqing, the big gourd on his back is filled with a special water-soluble liquid. The main ingredient is mercury, which can be manipulated into various shapes by him. That is one of his weapons. The Xiaoao faction is reporting and analyzing the opponent. The same is true at the Dragon family's side, and their analysis team is larger than the Xiaoao faction. Unexpectedly, the last scene of the epic actually met a small sect. The family is not small, more than 30,000 people. It's still the top 500 in the world, but it's only the last 498. A martial art of cooking. It is hard to be elegant. A message has been sent from the Imperial Intelligence Department. This Li Chengfeng has no nationality. He is a newcomer. He has obtained the achievement of the excellence in the world a few days ago, and there is no report record of epic achievements. In the Xiaoao school martial arts, the Xiaoao swordsmanship is the most prominent, and the A-level martial arts are not to be feared. That's too weak. The opponent's armored class, epic, weapon class, epic. With this kind of equipment and martial arts, I don't know how that kid got 99 consecutive victories. It seems that His Royal Highness Bai Zhuang has secured this epic achievement this time. To be able to appear in the duel arena of 100 consecutive victories, there must be 2 strokes, and His Highness should not be too careless. Long Bai Zhuang, it means you can be more careless. A mere disciple of the free and easy sect is not enough for His Highness Bai Zhuang to care. With the power of Her Highness, in 5 minutes, that kid will be defeated. Your Highness is better to be careful. This is your second 100-game winning streak. Try not to repeat the same mistakes. Get this achievement, and more achievements are waiting for you in the future. Long Bai Zhuang, when you are long enough, go and tell the kitchen to cook. When I get the achievement, I will treat the guests to dinner. Within the Xiaoao sect, just like the 100 Battles and 100 Victories group, there was a lot of mourning. Xiao Wanjian was extremely depressed. Tisk, how come from a legendary family? 99 The water attribute represents the family, and I also met a venue with a lake. What kind of luck is Senior Brother Li? Isn't Senior Brother Li stepping out on the red carpet this morning? Why is it like stepping on dog shit when you go out? It seems that luck is not on our side of the Xiaoao faction this time. 35 In the arena, Long Bai Zhuang walked up to Li Chengfeng. He walked on the water surface, and the water surface had some ripples. Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows. I heard that you have no nationality. Why don't you join our Penglai Empire and hang out with me in the future? Li Chengfeng frowned slightly. Fuck with you 1.3. Long Bai nodded his head. Good, I see you can break into a 100-game winning streak. It must be a few times of martial arts. I plan to hire 2 right-hand men recently, although you are a small sect, but you look good enough. It won't lose face if you take it out. In the free and easy sect, there are some powerful boys who are envious. The prince of the Penglai Empire was willing to accept Senior Brother Li as his assistant as soon as they met. I'm so happy. Senior Brother Li is really fortunate to be a servant in a legendary family. If he gets along well, maybe he can marry a princess of a legendary family or something, and he can learn top-notch martial arts after he joins the family. Come on, look at your potential. Xiao Wanjian slapped the table angrily. How unreasonable. He dares to say that my Xiaoao sect is a small sect. Chapter 93 Heaven Rank Epic, Ultimate Defense. Li Chengfeng was about to be amused by Long Beizhong. I'll be your assistant, are you worthy? Long Beizhong proudly patted his chest and said, of course I deserve it, just by, my name is Long. Li Chengfeng was finally amused by him and couldn't help laughing. Haha, Long Beizhong didn't care about Li Chengfeng's chuckle. Absolutely confident people never care about these doubts. You don't agree? I'll let you know if I'm worthy or not when we fight next time. I know you don't deserve it without fighting. Why? Just because you don't respect people? 35 Long Bai said hello with a heavy face. Am I disrespecting people? No. I already respect you very much, Li Chengfeng. It was the first time I hired an assistant to be so polite to people, because I think you have two strokes and really want to accept you, understand? Long Beizhong's auxiliary team group, Your Highness actually remember this guy's name. I've been an assistant to His Highness for 3 years, and His Highness doesn't even know my surname. It seems that His Highness really values this kid. If this kid comes, I guess we have to call him third brother. Li Chengfeng doesn't want to take care of this arrogant guy. Long Beizhong asked, tell me why I don't respect you. Li Chengfeng didn't want to talk nonsense with him. He chose ready. It's useless to talk, let's go to war. Long Beizhong is not in a hurry at all. No, the fight will end in a while. Let's clear things up first. Tell me, why am I disrespecting you? Long Beizhong did not choose to be ready. Li Chengfeng is also in the same position and cannot attack him. If you wait for the system to start automatically, you will have to wait half an hour. Li Chengfeng said indifferently, does it matter? Long Beizhong looked very serious. Of course it's important, I really want to accept you as an assistant. I think you, if you don't say anything else, have a cool and ruthless appearance. If I take you out in the future, I will definitely be more fanciful. You little brother, I've got it. Li Chengfeng looked at him like a fool. Someone reminded, Your Highness, maybe you said that he was sent by Xiaoman, and he was not happy. Long Bai said clearly, I see, did you get angry when I said you were sent by Xiaoman? Countless translucent human heads floated in the sky. Li Chengfeng knew that the whole party was looking at him now. The face of the sect and public still has to be taken into account. My Xiaoyao sent more than 30,000 people, with an annual income of over 100 billion yuan. Is it small? Li Chengfeng's words, several honorary heads in Xiaowanjian are very satisfied. When Long Beizhong heard the words, he couldn't help shaking his head and smiled, saying, my Penglai Empire has a population of 300 million, the national annual income is more than 150 trillion. Are you happy to send big? How many? Li Chengfeng is speechless. He was talking about martial arts, and he pulled the country out for comparison. Isn't this a bull's head and a horse's mouth? What's wrong? You may not know that you are a newcomer. Go and ask if the Penglai Empire belongs to a Long family. 99 100 battles and 100 victories. Li Chengfeng, is that so? Muse I obey, so to speak. The Penglai Empire was established by their family. Mu Zhaoqing, their Long family can indeed command the entire Penglai Empire. Li Chengfeng understood. It seems that this Long Beizhong does have his awesome capital. Seeing that Li Chengfeng did not speak, Long Bai said, how? Will you be my assistant? Li Chengfeng really doesn't want to tangle with him about this issue. Let yourself be your little brother, are you kidding me? When you treat yourself as a little brother, you have to think about it yourself. The deep eyes turned slightly and smiled, it's better than this, let's fight, whoever loses will be the other's assistant, okay? Okay. Then I'm not accepting you, Long Bai agreed without a second thought. Then finally select ready in the system interface. In the water dragon Beizhong has an absolute advantage, but he did not go to the lake, standing on the muddy ground under the forest. In order to convince you, I will defeat you on this land. I see how long you can keep it up. Li Chengfeng snorted coldly, and released the Soul Destroyer sword from the bracelet. After thinking about it, he decided not to underestimate the enemy, so he released the medicinal pill. Shenli pills, Shensa pills and Shenjing pills. Long Beizhong saw it and was a little surprised. You haven't taken your medicine yet? Eat it. Taking medicine is a routine operation of high-end competition. I have already taken it. What kind of medicine are you taking? Xianli pill or Shengli pill? I have the best Shenli pills, Shensa pills, Shenjing pills. I can give you a set if you want. The honorary heads of the Free and Easy sect heard this and felt fortunate. Fortunately, Li Chengfeng was given the best medicine, otherwise, you will lose face again on this stage. Li Chengfeng refused. "No, mine are all with the word God. 55 after all." I put it into my mouth and chewed it with a little sweetness. The gourd cover on Long Base Hong's back was opened. A liquid as bright as mercury came out. It landed on the ground and quickly formed the shape of a reclining chair. He went upstairs. "You just took the medicine. It may take a few minutes for the effect to take effect. I will wait for you." During the waiting process, Long Bao reopened his own equipment viewing authority, which was convenient for Li Chengfeng to view. If it is not turned on, only the equipment level can be seen, and the detailed attributes cannot be seen. I turned on the equipment permission. "Let me show you my equipment. This is my own, 597, and I also have 2 sets of different attributes. It's all heavenly epic. I'm afraid your set of human level epics are from the happy faction, right?" Li Chengfeng also took a look. Heaven rank epic dragon scale set. Requirement, level 15 introduction, dragon scale defense, indestructible, physical defense. 1800 strength, plus 700 speed, plus 680 spirit, plus 690 resistance, gold 70%, wood 67%, water 66%, fire 63%, earth 60%, set effect 1, every 5 seconds, the physical defense doubles for 1 second. Oh shit. Li Chengfeng wanted to curse. The defensive power of Long Base Hong's armor is also too high. 1800. Physical defense is outrageous enough, also doubles every 5 seconds. Doesn't that mean 1 second of invincibility every 5 seconds? The level 20 barbarian that Li Chengfeng killed before had only 400 physical defense in his armor. Long Base Hong has a level 15 physical defense of 1800. When encountering slightly inferior weapons of the same level, if you stand in front of you and don't move, others will cut you. It is indeed a heavenly epic. Basically, it is already the ceiling of this internal strength level equipment. This set of physical defense is very prominent. In addition, Long Base Hong himself has martial arts skills of preventing ki. It can be said that he performed the defense to the extreme. Chapter 94. Beating him is like beating himself. Li Chengfeng looked back at his armor. Human rank epic parts armor. Requirement, level 15 introduction, assembly of parts. The sword goes sideways. 1200 strength, plus 500 speed, plus 700 spirit, plus 600 resistance, gold 55%, wood 65%, water 70%, fire 60%, earth 50%, gloves provide effect, wave speed increases by 10%. Li Chengfeng's suit has only one effect, and the effect is not so good. Long Base Hong's battle armor has 5 suit effects. That's the benefit of the suit. Of course, kits are a lot more expensive than spare parts. Long Base Hong's suit of armor, the value is close to 2 billion yuan, which is simply a walking banknote. Li Chengfeng's only luck is, the resistance of his armor to water ki is very high, reaching 70%. Long Base Hong is the water ki, his ki move is able to reduce damage by 70%. In terms of weapons, Long Base Hong, in addition to the gourd mercury, there is also a one-handed ki cannon, which is very good in all aspects. The weapon attributes used by Li Chengfeng are, human rank epic despiratory sword, type, sword requirement, level 15 introduction, killing ghosts and beheading demons, capturing people's souls, mass, 30 kilograms, qualitative multiple. 11 times suitable for attributes, gold, wood physical attack. 1800 ki injury increase, plus 128% special effect 1, occasionally send out a frightening screaming sound wave to the opponent. This effect is invalid in a vacuum. Special effect 2 10 sent into the soul. 1 of every 10 swords has a strong penetrating power, which can almost ignore the resistance of the armor and hit the soul directly. Special effect 3, there is a 1% chance to hide a soul-defying attack. After hitting the opponent's armor, the mental attributes provided by the opponent's armor will be temporarily invalid, making the opponent ill, as if he lost his soul. Special effect 4, sword keys flight speed plus 100 meters per second. Special effect 5, soul destroyer, for every bloody wound caused to the opponent, physical attack plus 10. The gem is inlaid with 115-star vibration spar, which increases the penetration power of the sword, and the highest vibration frequency of the sword can be plus 20000 Hz. While waiting for Li Chengfeng, Long Base Hong looked at his general attributes. His strength is initial strength 20, level 15 internal strength blessing 200. Shenli pill provides an additional 20% of internal strength, which is 40. Warframe provides blessing 700, a total of 960 points of strength. Speed 940 points. Spirit 950 points. Looking at this data, Long Base Hong is very satisfied. He knows that his armor is 2 grades better than Li Chengfeng. The data must have been crushed by Li Chengfeng. No way, who calls himself a prince? The other side, Li Chengfeng felt that the medicinal pill was working. He also looked at his general attributes. His power starts at 20, advanced key method double inner alchemy blessing 300, Shenli pill provides an additional 20% of internal strength, which is 60, Warframe provides blessing 500, a total of 880 points of strength. Speed 1080 points. Spirit 980 points. Although the strength is slightly weaker than Long Bei, but his speed and spirit are higher than Long Bai, especially the speed is 140 points higher. Long Base Hong is proud of himself. I feel that I have crushed Li Chengfeng in terms of data. Somewhat impatiently said, how are you? I'm getting a little impatient waiting. Let's end the fight quickly. I'll show you a hand. You can just call me Big Brother. Li Chengfeng hookfinger. Come on, little brother. What? You dare to call me little brother? Long Base Hong couldn't believe his ears. My heart suddenly burst into flames. I am an imperial prince. How dare you call me little brother? Not tidy up. Raise the cannon. Bang bang bang. Li Chengfeng danced a sword flower casually. Do. He bounced off his 3 white key bounces. One of the key bullets hit a tree trunk as thick as a thigh and exploded directly. The tree fell with a clatter. You have 2 strokes. Look at me, you can't stop it, Long Base Hong said, unleashing a stunned, pear blossom rainstorm. The mercury in the gourd rose over his head, condensed into sharp needles. Dozens of sharp needles shot at Li Chengfeng quickly. Li Chengfeng resorted to limbo micro-step to dodge, but these sharp needles seem to be free of money. The range of the many attacks is wide, almost blocking all his paths. The mercury needle hit the trunk and penetrated directly. It is obviously liquid, but under the blessing and shaping of the water key, it is quite sharp and hard. Li Chengfeng had no choice but to resort to trick. Flowers trembling, the sword shadow covers the seat in front of him, and this move is especially useful for defending against long-range attacks such as arrows and needles. However, the longsword and sword key hit the tail of the mercury needle. The tail collapsed, but the head still flew towards Li Chengfeng. Mercury needles are actually fluids, not solids like arrows and needles. As the so-called knife cut off the water will flow more. It doesn't work to hit halfway. Xiao Wanjian was in a hurry. Boy, this move can't be prevented, you can only avoid it. After the duel started, the information from the outside could not be transmitted to the arena at all. Li Chengfeng shouted badly. Beep beep. A series of mercury-pointed needles hit his body. Although the armor has prevented the mercury needle, but the tip of the needle used all its momentum to pierce the small hole in his armor. The water key on the needle pierced into Li Chengfeng's body without being attenuated. Bad internal injury. Li Chengfeng had to dodge with all his strength. Annoyed that Long family's Luo Yanchu Z is indeed the best in the world, the soft liquid mercury alone can pierce his 1,200 physical defense armor. It is indeed the #1 in the world. Long Bai is proud. How? You, Li Nuazhao, can't handle my move? Do you want to admit defeat? Li Chengfeng's brows moved slightly, his mind turned sharply. There is no way to fight like this. Their advantage is not defense, but explosive offense. The direct attack is over. Between dodging, the sword key evaporated her. Long Base Hong did not dodge or evade, raised his left hand, and spread out his 5 fingers. Mew. Like an umbrella suddenly opened Yang, a translucent white barrier the size of an umbrella suddenly appeared in front of his palm dragon, water sponge screen. Sword key slammed into the barrier, who bounced back to Li Chengfeng. And still adjusted the direction, and accurately bounced to Li Chengfeng's pre-running seat. Li Chengfeng hurriedly jumped and screamed. The sword key that I sent out hit me back. Mu Zhaoking, what should we do? Mu I obey, that's right, hitting him is like hitting yourself. Chapter 95 Bloodletting and Attacks. Hair, Li Chengfeng madly curled his sword. Long Base Hong was pleasantly surprised. Is this kid crazy? Crazy exporting himself for me, puff puff. The sword key kept rebounding. But after 4 shots, the barrier disintegrated, like a rotten umbrella, out of shape. Long Base Hong had to jump away to avoid the 4 swords behind him, and then hit the watery screen again. What Li Chengfeng expected was true. That thing really isn't infinite rebound. As long as the offensive continues and is strong enough, after a few bounces, it collapsed, and the barrier needed to be replayed. Bang! I'll see how much you can bounce back. Li Chengfeng released, top grade 3 points returning Yuan Qi cannon, left hand holding gun, right hand holding sword. Tweet tweet, one hair. The dense black key bombs flew towards Long Beizhong. The sword key, one after another, also flew towards Long Beizhong. Long Bai was shocked. Come on. The firepower is so fierce. Is this guy a double inner alchemist? Long Beizhong had to raise both hands forward at the same time, and hit 2 dragon, Shui Mianlian screen. The sword key and key bullets both rebounded a little, but the follow-up firepower was too fierce, the barrier was broken, and the bullet couldn't go back. Long Beizhong had to dodge. 597 Li, you are very kind. At my level, you were the first to use ordinary key moves to make me run away. Under Li Chengfeng's fierce offensive, his Pear Blossom Rainstorm stopped long ago. Now, Li Chengfeng can start defense mode without hesitation. Hair. Tweet tweet, one Li Chengfeng's firepower covered his approach. That guy is holding a key cannon, so he must be weak in melee combat. Long Beizhong's speed is 140 points lower than Li Chengfeng. There isn't any particularly excellent light work, so being close to him is inevitable. Unleash the stunt of King of the Ground Fighter. The Mercury in the gourd leaped wildly, 3 legs were inserted into the ground, and 4 arms were extended in front of him. Li Chengfeng strikes 4 punches with one sword. He was able to handle it with ease, having reached the pinnacle of the basics of swordsmanship. Long Beizhong was surprised again. Oh, yes, Li Chengfeng chopped off his arm, and one quickly appeared. I'll give you a little more. Long Bai said. He raised his key cannon and fired. Li Chengfeng's normal attack contains flowers and branches trembling, said. There is a degree of relaxation and seamless connection. Within the Xiao faction, the honorary head of the 5 dynasties in Xiao Wanjian nodded in approval. Unexpectedly, at such a young age, he has already practiced a profound trembling sword technique to such an extent. Since ancient times, heroes have been young 99 very good. Suddenly, the 6 heads were startled. I saw Li Chengfeng's extremely fast normal attack and entrained the flowering branches shaking, stunt at the same time. 2 sword key burst out from the sword's edge. Oh, in such a fierce fight, it's incredible to be able to take out the space to send the sword key. Long Beizhong didn't expect it either, and couldn't help being surprised. However, the distance was too close, and the sword key was too fast, and it was too late to hit the screen. The 2 swords hit him directly. Body staggers. The boxing champion was temporarily sluggish. Li Chengfeng made a Lingbo micro-step, and quickly appeared in front of Long Beizhong's left side in a half-circle. Send. A sword key flew towards him and carried a large gourd on his back. Immediately after, a sword slashed into his arm. At this moment, Long Beizhong's battle armor was slightly bright clang. It was as if an iron sword was chopped on an iron plate, and some sparks appeared, but nothing happened to the iron plate. Long Beizhong hurried back. Fortunately, just now is the time when my battle armor gets 1 second of physical defense. Every 5 seconds 1800 physical attack sword, slash on his 3600 physical defense armor. Nothing happened, not even a trace was left on the armor. Li Chengfeng is speechless. Every 5 seconds, the physical defense doubles for 1 second, which is equivalent to a 16% chance of physical immunity. Good luck to you. But after hitting his armor once, Li Chengfeng could already hear the resonance frequency of his armor at 34,780 Hz. Li Chengfeng's own control of the sword key could not reach such a high vibration frequency. However, there is a 15-star vibrating spar inlaid on his soul sword, able to provide 20,000 Hz fundamental vibration frequency, then rely on him to practice Jian key trembling, which is close to the unprecedented realm. It is not difficult for the vibration frequency of the sword to reach 34,780 Hz. Then wrap it up. Long Beizhong retreated and released Pear Blossom Rainstorm. Li Chengfeng said nothing. Before he was released, a 2-meter-long, 20-centimeter-thick, resonant meniscus wave directly dissipated the mercury liquid on his head, preventing him from releasing it smoothly. It's too late to say. Li Chengfeng rushed to the front. His sword was pressing. Long Beizhong hurriedly took out a small shield from behind to block the sword. A gun in one hand, a shield in the other, King of the ground fighter, I can't tie the ground while moving. Naturally, the Mercury arm has lost a lot of weight, and the power and speed are also much smaller. Li Chengfeng's sword is like a dragon and a phoenix, 4 punches with 1 sword, 1 cannon and 1 shield, not at all disadvantaged. The 15th sword was drawn to Long Bai's heavy arm. There was only a crack on the armor, and it was quickly repaired and merged automatically. However, the repair required a large amount of ki from Long Bai's Hong, and as a result, the Quicksilver King of Fighters' attack on his back was even weaker. With 1 less threat, Li Chengfeng's sword was more severe. Immediately activate the Dong Yin Candle Way stunt. Energized, insight improved. Those short-lived flaws that were impossible to detect were discovered by him. Ping. In the gap, a sword was stabbed in Long Bai's Hong's chest, and a crack was pierced. Ping. Soon he stabbed that part again, the crack turned into a fissure, and the flesh was seen. Long Bai was shocked. Then the 3rd sword came again. Long Bai's Hong felt a pain in his chest, and the tip of his sword plunged into his flesh. You actually made me bleed first, Ling. The Soul Destroyer sword absorbs the power of Long Bai's blood and soul, and its physical attack power increases by 10, which is now 1,810 points. Brother, I want to drain your blood. Li Chengfeng's offensive continues unabated. Long Bai resigned and hurriedly retreated. However, they could not keep the distance. I can't help but wonder, what's going on? My attributes should crush this kid, why does he seem to be faster than me? Long Bai's Hong's auxiliary group, not good, that kid's swordsmanship is a bit strong. It seems that it would be better for your highness to go to the water, this kid is not honest and practical, and what kind of trembling swordsmanship does he use? I didn't expect the free and easy sect to have such a strong level 15 disciple. P.S. This chapter is 4,000 flowers plus more, continue to ask for flowers, 5,000 I will add more. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 96 Hurry and escape to the surface. Inside the happy sect, there was applause in the square. Li Chengfeng hit with 1 move, and the audience was full of surprises. Okay. If you miss 1 move, you will be full of regrets. Alice, every move moves everyone's hearts and emotions. Xiao Wanjian, alright, let's move on. Xiao Yaozi, just block his way to the lake. Wan Changkong, this kid's swordsmanship is outstanding, even I should sigh. In the arena, Long Bai's Hong retreated to the lake with all his strength. There is water there, and it is his territory. However, Li Chengfeng stopped him and prevented him from succeeding. Donggang's Hui, after opening, some hormones in the body will rise rapidly. To a certain extent, the whole hidden candle must be closed, otherwise, the concentration of some hormones is too high, which is harmful to the body. Equivalent to this trick has a cooling time. After stopping for a while, after the hormone concentration drops, Li Chengfeng uses Dong Yin Candle Way again. Ping. This time, the Dementor sword whose physical attack rose to 1,810 hit Long Bai's battle armor with a physical defense of 1,800. 1 hook cracked open. With another blow, Long Bai's Hong has another hole in his body. Dementor's physical attack will then increase to 1,820. Sword trembling send. During the fight, Li Chengfeng occasionally sent a sword trembling to his feet. In such a fierce close combat, where did Long Bai's Hong make the dragon and the water sputter on the screen? Li Chengfeng's sword power is pressing, and Long Bai's Hong has one more hole after another. Seeing that he couldn't break free from the entanglement, Long Bai's Hong had no choice but to explode. The whole body rushes from the inside to the outside, pushing away the enemy and oneself, thereby widening the distance. However, exploding ki is a very energy-intensive next move, and you won't use it easily unless you have to. After all, when the ki is exhausted, one can only wait to die. The battle armor needs to be offered at any time, and there is no offering. The armor has no energy and no defense and blessings at all. Taking advantage of the precious distance opened by the explosion, Long Bai's Hong hurried to the lake. Li Chengfeng had previously intentionally led him to the depths of the land, but now he is still a little far from the lake. Chase and ridicule, what's the matter? Aren't you going to beat me on land? Running, you are strong on land, I'm going to the water. Li Chengfeng chasing and sending out Jiangqi trembling hair long bay and heavy snakeskin move. Bang. 3 in 1. The body staggered forward and hide a big tree. Heart wails and wonders, damn, it hurts so much, this doesn't seem to be an ordinary sword key. But he posted so many, it can't be a big move, right, hair bang. 3 in 1 hair bang bang. As the distance draws in, 3 in 2, hair among the 3 swords trembling black swords, Yingying glowed with some purple light. Bang bang. The purple light just hit Long Bei's Hong puff. Long Bei's Hong directly spit out a mouthful of blood. Obviously, that one beam glowing with purple light is a special effects sword key that penetrates into the soul. It can almost ignore armor resistance and hit the body and soul directly. Long Bei Heavy Auxiliary Group, no, His Highness was seriously injured. That kid is so nasty. His Highness asked him to fight on land for a while. He should let His Highness go to the water. No martial arts. In the decisive battle of life and death, how can there be any martial virtues to speak of? The winner is the king, and the loser is the bandit. Inside the happy sect, Xiao Wanjian stood up and shook his fist. Okay, ha. Xiao Yaozi, my Xiao Yao sect has such disciples, and I only meet them once every 500 years. Xiao Yudi, brother Chengfeng is great. Brother Li is too strong. The prince of the legendary family was beaten by him to the point of losing his armor. Mu Xiao Bei, great. The opponent's physical defense is so high that senior brother Chengfeng can break the defense by physical means. It's amazing. Mu Zhaoqing, just don't let him get on the water and kill him on land. Shufu Io, as expected of the man I like inside the arena, Long Bei's Hong kept shielding him with mercury weaving protection. However, with just one stroke of the ordinary sword, Li Chengfeng was able to break through that protection. His mercury's main only attack attribute higher than water, however, the defense cannot be compared with water. When the mercury ran out, Long Bei's Hong simply threw the bulky guard away. It's really a bit of a throwaway. Li Chengfeng quickly caught up, and overtook the past, rushed to the edge of the lake, seeking flowers. It is directly in front of Long Bei's Hong leading to the lake. Break, return the sword to the sheath. Bend your left knee down. Long Bei was shocked. What's the situation? How does this posture look like? Slaughtergate's sword cut. Shouldn't it be? Immediately on the lake, just dash over him to get to the surface. At that time it was my own world. Is it an knife cut? Even if it is, it doesn't matter. I counted the 6th second to pass in front of him, then I was invincible. Long Bei's Hong adjusted the speed. In my heart, I counted the time it took for my armor to double its physical defense. The two are about to meet. Long Bei's Hong fired a key bullet at Li Chengfeng. To achieve the best effect, the posture has to be that posture, so Li Chengfeng can't move too hard, he can only move a little. With 70% of the water key to reduce damage, Li Chengfeng resisted Long Bei's Hong's key cannon attack hard. Long Bei is very clear, remain in the position where you want to draw the knife and let yourself hit. It must be the slashing of the killing door. But so what? That trick is extremely difficult to practice. It is generally used by the old man to have power. You must be just getting started when you are young. Besides, my physical defense is 3,600. Can you move? Inside the happy sect, head Xiao Wanjian, this posture is to draw a sword and kill it. The first generation head Xiao Yaozi, how did he know this martial arts? He the head of the third generation, SS-level martial arts. Bought it? That is priceless. The fourth generation head Xiao Bin, he is so unmoved and let people fight, he must use this trick to the greatest power. Wu Jianfeng, the head of the 5 dynasties, this trick is not good for young people, it is still a loss to be beaten like this. It was this move, senior brother Zhang Shuo was instantly killed by senior brother Chengfeng's move. Don't blink guys, I missed a good show last time I blinked, the stunt of the slaughter door, the sword and the annihilation cut. Xiao Yudi, brother Chengfeng actually bought such a martial art. I will also go to the alien shopping mall for a little more. I hope to meet the Tathagata's palm for 10 yuan. P.S. Thanks to the indifferent ordinary people for the reward. 1-1 Factory. Chapter 97 Absolute Defense Star Palace Barrier. Long Bei Heavy Auxiliary Group. Come on, Your Highness, if you break through this level, it will be your world, and then it will be your turn to perform. This is inappropriate and risky. If you go around again, Your Highness will suffer again. So it's better to go straight through. Don't worry, if you don't practice for 50 years, you won't be able to master it. Yes, That kid is a newcomer in the second universe, and he has only been here for 2 or 3 months. He practiced for 2 or 3 months, and he even came out to pretend, I see if he can leave a trace on his Royal Highness's battle armor. Inside the arena, Long Base Hong has already rushed to Li Chengfeng, activate the cannon to activate special effects, bang bang. 2 key bombs exploded beside Li Chengfeng, a white mist of ki diffused to obstruct the line of sight. Tisk, the free-spirited sect is speechless. At such a critical time, you blow a smoke and pop out. How can 597 look at his sword-drawn annihilation cut? Li Chengfeng yelling, I didn't expect that guy to have such a hand. The detailed data parameters of his weapon were not seen by Li Chengfeng. I don't know what special effects are there. Unexpectedly, he suddenly popped out the whole smoke. Quick thinking, thermal imaging mode, immediately activate the thermal imaging mode of the head armor. The epic armor still has these basic functions. After half a beat, Long Base Hong grabbed a half-beat advantage and ran to his left. Li Chengfeng turned his body and drew his sword. What? A scream. Everyone saw the white smoke cloud, a huge and wild sword ki shot out. Fast lightning, even from a distance, the global line of sight can hardly keep up. The slightly shining dragon Base Hong flew out of the smoke. His chest bulged forward, his limbs dragged behind. Very embarrassed. Long Bay Heavy Auxiliary Group, I plug, why so fast? Can this kind of sword ki be played at level 15? Long Base Hong only felt severe pain in his entire back. The back of his shiny armor had an arm-length, wrist-thick slit. Because it was a half-shot, Long Base Hong was shot in the direction of the lake. Finally fell into the lake, lying on the lake in embarrassment. When everyone saw it, the skin on his back was split open, and he could see his spine cough. The severely injured Long Bai coughed up blood. Blood quickly spread in the clear lake water. Damn it. It hurt me like this. Unexpected. He never thought of it owned 3,600 physical defense, almost invincible. It turned out to be such a big crack. That kid's sword-drawn annihilation cut, too horrible. This is the first time in Long Bai's life, I think a move is so scary. Quickly release the best recombinant cell spray from the wristband to heal the wound. Inside the happy sect, Zio Wanjian, good. I didn't expect this kid's sword to be so powerful. The first generation had Zio Yaozi, with such attainments in swordsmanship, his swordsmanship is unbeatable. This man is a genius that is rare to come across in 1,000 years. Mommy, do you want to be so strong that the invincible Long Bai can be hacked to death with almost a single sword? No wonder senior brother Zhang couldn't bear it that day. If it wasn't for senior brother Li showing mercy, senior brother Zhang would have died. From now on, brother Li will be my idol. Zio Yudi, brother Chengfeng, hurry up and fight. Take advantage of his illness and kill him. It's time to hurry up. It will be difficult to get on the water when he gets over. Long Bay Heavy Auxiliary Group, that kid dares to hurt his highness like this. He is tired and crooked. I would say the risk is high. I didn't expect this person to be able to practice the sword drawing and annihilation cut to such an extent in just 2 months. His highness, hurry up to heal, and then kill him. In the arena, Li Chengfeng had already attacked immediately. Long Base Hong continued to heal. Under him, a spherical original cabin suddenly rose from the surface of the water, wrapping him in it. On the transparent water polo, Yingying was bubbling with white air star palace barrier. A powerful defensive move that combines water ki and water send. Li Chengfeng tentatively waved a sword chat one by one as expected. The sword ki was directly bounced back. The sword ki fired 8 bursts again. Chatter 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 all bounced. Long Base Hong hid in the constellation barrier to heal his wounds, without even looking at Li Chengfeng, completely ignoring his attacks. Seems to know that this trick is unbreakable. 1 foot of micro mang. Li Chengfeng resorted to this trick. The sword essence gathered into a ruler, sharp and powerful. It must be able to break that water polo. The jet black sword light shot out and hit the star palace barrier, dented sharply like a balloon. When the balloon is pierced in this way, it will inevitably burst after reaching the limit of deformation. However, the speed of the sword light suddenly decreased, and finally stopped, rebounding rapidly. Depend on. Li Chengfeng was shocked. Even a sharp-edged sword ki like a foot of micromang could bounce back. Originally, Li Chengfeng didn't want to go to the water, but ki moves obviously can't break the star palace barrier, and it has to rely on physics. So step on the water. You can run on water at a speed of more than 200 kilometers. Below 200, You have to rely on special light power to float on the water. Li Chengfeng has learned such basic light skills while fishing a few days ago. He rushed up, chopped, stabbed, sword, and used all kinds of methods. It is hard to pierce the barrier of the Star Palace. Xiao Wanjian, it's useless, don't waste your energy. The Star Palace barrier is the strongest defense in Luoyunshu Z. Outside, it is absolutely unbreakable. Mu Xiao Bei, Senior Brother Chengfeng, please rest, let him heal. Mu Zhaoqing, although it is strong, the people inside cannot attack the outside. Zhuju, this move can only be stopped. Li Chengfeng didn't know this. Returning the sword to the sheath, ready to use the drawn sword to kill. But above the water, he can't use this trick, the movements of the feet and waist are not in place, and the power is greatly reduced pull. The Xinggong barrier was slashed, and the powerful Jian Qi pushed it towards 1.3 to the center of the lake. Li Chengfeng is depressed, he can't even draw a sword and cut to death, then he really has nothing to do. Go ashore and wait for Long Bai to heal his injuries. You're dead, you make me so embarrassed, I'm so angry. Long Bai's Hong is no longer joking, with a face on his face, he wanted to peel Li Chengfeng. I'll make you even more embarrassed. Li Chengfeng saw that he had retreated from the Star Palace barrier, and took the initiative to attack again, not letting him make the first move. Running on the surface of the water-cured spikes suddenly appeared. Not wanting the ground friction on the water, Li Chengfeng had a hard time turning and dodging on it. The speed is also greatly reduced. Long Bai stood on the water, motionless. Fafa, 2 swords. Long Bai replayed, dragon, water splash screen, to bounce it back for him. Li Chengfeng fired several swords in a row. Chapter 98 The Desire of the Soul Sword. At Long Bai's Hong's feet, a small column of water quickly became angry, and the water poured into the continuous screen of water. The water spongy screen with water is called True Water Sponge Screen, and the defense power is greatly improved. True Dragon Water Sponge Screen. Chatter. Li Chengfeng's sword key coefficient was bounced back, instead, he hit himself. It has to be said that after Long Bai returned to the surface, the strength of the front and rear was completely different. Pear Blossom Rainstorm, Li Chengfeng can't even get close to him when he comes out. After more than 10 rounds, Long Bai stood motionless on the water. Li Chengfeng tried his best, but he just didn't hide a trick. Don't move, 1 foot of light low hair. Li Chengfeng shot 3 sword beams in a row towards Long Bai's heavy eyes. Long Bai's Hong calmly used True Dragon, Water Sponge Screen, to pick up key. The first sword light caused a huge deformation of the barrier, the second sword glow that followed immediately intensified the deformation, the third sword that followed, shot to the same position. 24, the barrier is broken. Long Bai was shocked. The screen of his own real dragon was actually broken. 3 sword beams shot directly into his head. Long Bai's Hong's eyes suddenly turned black. Xiao Wanjian, good guy, inspired by the 3 paths and 1 foot. Xiao Yaozi, wonderful, I shot at it with a flat line of sight. Long Bai's Hong couldn't see it, and thought it was just a sword light. Wan Changkong, such a meticulous plan, the combat IQ is extraordinary. He Kui, the head of the 3rd generation, it is because of his extraordinary speed of key move that even the double inner alchemy can't match half of him. Li Chengfeng seized the opportunity and launched the offensive. Jian Qi trembles, hair, around 34,780 Hz, the penetration is extremely strong. Long Bai's heavy use of these swords is another good feeling. Li Chengfeng attacked the front, and Long Bai closed his eyes and used the Star Palace barrier. Li Chengfeng had no choice but to retreat to the shore. At this moment, transparent vines suddenly rose from the water and wrapped around his feet. Li Chengfeng swung his sword to drop, but the vines had dragged him underwater. Immediately afterwards, he felt that countless ropes were entangled in him, making him unable to move. Xiao Wanjian, no, it's a vine water prison. Mu Xiao Bei, it's over, Senior Brother Chengfeng is careless. Li Chengfeng also didn't expect that the guy had a foot in the head and a sword trembling on his body, so he could use his move so quickly. He didn't know that when Long Bai's Hong was healing his wounds, he took another painless medicine. Make the body feel pain and discomfort. Of course, this will also make his body numb and greatly reduce his agility and speed. Water vines wrapped Li Chengfeng rose out of the water, his head, neck, hands, waist, and feet were all firmly imprisoned by transparent water vines, and he could hardly move. His armor strength blessing is the smallest. In addition, the Long family's move was very powerful, and Li Chengfeng couldn't break free. Long Bei's Hong pointed the cannon at Li Chengfeng. Humph! Now is your time to die. Bang, bang, bang. Because the vine water prison is to be controlled by the key cannons are not fired very quickly. Key bullets hit Li Chengfeng one by one, even though his armor reduces damage to shui key by 70%. If you are tied and beaten like this, you will be killed sooner or later. Explosive. Bang. As a last resort, Li Chengfeng tried to break free with this trick. However, under the extremely strong confinement of the vine water prison, the blasting of key also does not work. Long Bei's Hong smiled proudly. Naive. I'm caught by my vines, and I can't break free. Bang, bang, bang. He bounced and hit Li Chengfeng. The Xiaoyao faction was all in a hurry, stamping their feet in the square one by one. This is how to do it. If you go on like this, you will lose. Senior brother Li shouldn't have gone to the water to fight him. Yet, anyway, once he has the advantage, it's time to let him come out of the water to fight. That's right, it's important for Long Bei to stay out of the water. The winner will be determined by points within 24 hours, and then senior brother Li will win. Long Bei Heavy Auxiliary Group. Alright, it's finally time for His Highness to take him down. Yes, I want to break free from the vine water prison, unless the strength attribute is 1.5 times that of His Highness. Don't look at it, His Highness won. Yes, that kid can't even make a move now. Li Chengfeng's armor strength attribute is very weak, really can't break free. Fighting with water attributes on water is really taking a lot of risks. Exactly at this time, the soul-defying sword sent out a directional sound wave towards Long Bei's Hong. Long Bei was shocked when he heard the sound, and his body trembled involuntarily. The sound came suddenly, and the scream was filled with the terrifying screams of ghasts. Those who hear tremble, those who hear are frightened. Long Bei's Hong was agitated and hurriedly covered his ears. With this move, he completely dropped the control key. Vine water prison, temporary failure. Li Chengfeng took this opportunity to break free. The head of the fourth generation, Xiao Bin, rubbed his palms and laughed. Ha ha ha, my soul destroyer sword has done a great job. Xiao Wanjian, Grandpa, what's the situation? What happened? Xiao Bin, the special effects of the soul destroyer sword, the shrieking scream, that kid didn't expect it. This shriek can be heard by chance and can scare people half to death. Sword key trembles. Hair. Long Bei's Hong was repelled by Jian key. One of the swords was faintly glowing with purple light. Destroyer strike. The spiritual attributes blessed by Long Bei heavy armor are temporarily invalid. 690 of his 950 points of spirit are provided by the armor. Once so many spirits fail, the response was suddenly slow, as if he had lost his soul. Li Chengfeng came up and slashed +10. The soul destroyer sword continued to open up to Long Bei, and its attack power continued to rise. The battle armor, which has been beaten by dragon white and heavy objects, is full of cracks and scars. Long Bei exploded his key, opened the distance, and used the Star Palace barrier. After being beaten, he only had half his life left. What ghost weapon did you use? It's too evil. Long Bei's Hong could not wait to break the soul-killing sword into 18 pieces. He was really scared to death just now, as if a ghost suddenly appeared in his head. My mind went blank. Li Chengfeng almost lost to this SSS-level water-type special martial arts. Now, I don't want to give Long Bei's Hong a chance to breathe, just want to kill him. Go to hell, rushed up and shouted. Killing God with a knife, horizontal, cut, not a Li Chengfeng outfit. But this move requires all of your strength in an instant, must cry out. Reiki and breath can be the most smooth, only in the shortest time can all the strength burst out. To reach its ultimate power, if you don't shout, power reduced by at least 20%. Furthermore, muffled sound makes it easy to suffocate yourself. Chapter 99 Competitive 100 Game Winning Streak. This move is extremely fast, the Wild Sword Key. Whistling away. The Star Palace barrier is not broken. But Long Bei's Hong was hit to shore together with his Ingong barrier. It knocked down several trees in a row before stopping. Long Bei smiled disdainfully. I'm in the Star Palace, can you hurt me? Li Chengfeng couldn't help but laugh. Long Bei asked, what are you laughing at? Li Chengfeng released a 3-pointer Guian key cannon aimed at him and said, Water can overcome fire, and fire can overcome water. Li Chengfeng said, tweet tweet. He frantically fired key bullets at Long Bei's Hong Star Palace barrier. Li Chengfeng has a 15-star flame spar laid on the 3-point PM key cannon. The temperature of the key bombs shot out is as high as 2000 degrees Celsius. Key Dan hit the Star Palace barrier. Chi-Chi, the water that maintains the constellation barrier, is quickly evaporated when it encounters high temperatures. This trick will be difficult to perform without water. Long Bai was greatly shocked, and the Star Palace barrier became thinner and thinner. He is not in the water now, so he can't keep replenishing the Star Palace barrier like he is on the lake. Xiao Wanjian, absolutely. This kid is too smart. Shufu Io, you can think of this. Xiao Yudi, brother Chengfeng is great, he cooked him well. Xiao Bin, head of the 4th generation, haha, that kid Long Bei's Hong is finished. Long Bai has only one thought now. Hydrate. As a water attribute warrior, he carried a ton of water in his storage bracelet. But his 1-ton water container is too big, the Star Palace barrier only accommodates him. Can't let it go. The plan is to make 2 bottles of mineral water first. But before he could let the water out, the water that maintains the constellation barrier has been quickly evaporated. There's a loophole in the star barrier. And Li Chengfeng also ran up at this time and shouted, kill God with a knife, vertical, cut, a stern roar. Cut off with a sword. No matter how long his white heavy battle armor has been repaired at this time, has 1800 physical defense. In the face of such a super big move as the slashing god, it is useless. Sword light flashes. Li Chengfeng put his sword back into the sheath. A tiny, fairly flat crack appeared on Long Bei's Hong's forehead. Next moment, Long Bei is broken again. Dual victory, single player competitive ladder points plus 150, get 100 winning streak rewards, money plus 100,000 yuan, Ling. You have won 100 arena duels in a row, and you will be rewarded with a purple epic achievement, competitive 100 game winning streak. Inside the happy sect, everyone stood up and quietly observed whether Long Bei's Hong was dead. The huge square is very quiet, until someone shouted, win. More than 30,000 people suddenly cheered and danced. The sound was as turbulent as the ocean tide. Xiao Wanjian, it's done. I sent the 2nd epic achievement to do it. The 1st generation had Xiao Yaozi. After so many years, the epic has finally been added. The 2nd generation leader Wan Changkong, this Li Chengfeng has a bright future. He Kui, the head of the 3rd generation, it's going to be a few days to celebrate. I'm afraid it will be more lively than the new year. Xiao Bin, the head of the 4th generation, sure enough, my sword is good, and the person who uses it is also good. Wu Jiangfeng, the head of the 5 dynasties, that kid got the epic achievement, and it didn't take long for him to start. He became a big brother. Shufu Io, it can be considered a win, and it makes me nervous. Xiao Yudi, yi, oi oi oi. Master Chengfeng was sent by me to recruit Xiao Io, it was me. Mu Xiao Bei, senior brother Chengfeng's sword returning action, I am fascinated. Mu Zhaoqing, I took 20,000 photos of senior brother Chengfeng, and I have to choose photos for several days. Zuyuan, great, Zuyuan, never won this achievement in my entire life in the arena. Today, I can witness with my own eyes that someone I sent has won this achievement, and I have no regrets in dying. Zhuju, brother Li is really a genius, and he has perfected such complex martial arts. Zhao Yan, let's add points, 10 status points, it's too easy to get this point. Sure enough, senior brother Li is unparalleled in the world. It seems that senior brother Li is not married yet. I don't know if you will look down on my incompetent granddaughter. Zhang Shuo, who was still lying on the hospital bed, continued to pull the tissue to wipe the cold sweat on his forehead. Draw the sword and cut the silence, it's really fortunate that he survived this trick. Oh, that's great, brother Li is amazing, we've finally got our 2nd epic achievement in the free run. At the same time, scrolling on the outer rainbow wall at Street 5555 is the words, congratulations to Li Chengfeng, the stateless free pie, for his epic achievement on this site, 100 game winning streak. This string of characters will keep scrolling, until the next person gets an epic achievement or higher at Street 5555. This will probably last a long time. The crowds outside the holy station were amazed. Someone from the happy faction has won the epic achievement. 9 It's amazing, It's worthy of being the #1 door in my kin state. A 100-game winning streak is quite rare. What kind of person is this Li Chengfeng? With such strength, why haven't I heard of this character in the Xiaoao faction before? I don't know. Look at the door, it will come out later. Then take a look here, to be able to see the style of the epic powerhouse with your own eyes. Today is not on vain. Long Bay Heavy Auxiliary Group, Your Highness actually lost. Too bad, being split into 2 pieces. His Highness has never died so tragically, lost her disciple of a small sect. If this spreads out, this Li Chengfeng is not simple. He will be the pillar of the country in the future. It would be great if he is willing to join our country in the arena. A beam of golden light from the sky shines on Long Bei's heavily split corpse. After reuniting, I was very happy. Li Nuaziao. He touched his head and body nervously. Li Chengfeng laughed playfully. How is it? Little brother, have you taken it? 35 Long Bei's Hong stands a little farther than Li Chengfeng. He is still a little scared now. This time, you're arrogant. Li Chengfeng said, didn't it say that whoever loses will be an assistant? Long Bei is eloquent about the rationale. You just won 1 game. The top rounds of the competition are the best of 3 games. Yang, test each other in the first game, relying on luck. In the second game, each shows his ability and relies on strength. The third game is a master move, relying on the brain. I don't know your martial arts. You won the first game and I have poor information. It's not necessarily better than 2 games. Li Chengfeng knew that this guy would definitely default on his debt. Didn't he also not understand his martial arts foundation in the first game? Don't talk nonsense with him, and prepare to spread out to the arena. Chapter 100 Returning in Triumph. Long Bai came up to stop Li Chengfeng. Wait a minute, I added you. With your agreement, we will fight the second and third games in 2 days. I'm not interested in fighting with my defeated generals again. Li Chengfeng refused. I really don't like this guy. Long Bei's Hong was really unwilling to be defeated by Li Chengfeng. He felt that if he had been on the water in the first place, not to lose, he ran up and said, 10 million, buy you and fight me again. Li Chengfeng paused slightly. Isn't this sending money to yourself? Don't be in vain. Play a 100-game winning streak, and the arena will only reward 100,000 yuan. A fight with this guy, 10 million, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. This business is profitable anyway. Okay, go back and wait until I'm free, and then play with you. Zhang Gan, Chief, we are back now. Xiao Wanjian, wait a minute, I will trade my extended version of the convertible honky sedan to you, and you will drive him back. Zhang Jin, good. The 2 parties will soon complete the transaction. Zhang Gan released Xiao Wanjian's luxury car from the storage bracelet. A red extended version convertible honky 597. The appearance is a bit antique. Zhang Jin is very impressed with this car. 30 years ago, when Xiao Wanjian gets an epic achievement, the car that is rewarded to him by Piney. At that time, he was in this car and returned triumphantly. At this moment today, it is really appropriate to take this car out again. Hey, that's the director of the glory department of the Xiaoao faction, the famous hero Zhang Gan. This must be the door. 5 yet, the cars are ready. The red carpet is on. People should come out soon. Li Chengfeng came out from the south gate of Shenzhen. There is a red carpet directly at the door, which is spread to the door of the red flag car. Others who came out of the holy station did not dare to step on it when they saw this battle. They all looked around, and the entire perimeter of the holy station was already crowded with water. On days like today, I believe that everyone should see the achievements with their own eyes. Li Chengfeng also did not hide it. The onlookers are watching. When I saw Li Chengfeng's head, there was a string of big characters floating in purple light. Competitive 100-game winning streak. Cannot help but praise. Epic achievement. The honor that so many people dream of in their lifetime. If I can float such an achievement on my head, I would be willing to live even if I only had 1 day. It's amazing that this boy looks so young. 35. What a talented person. This young Master Li is so handsome. What should I do? I really like it. Oh, even the way you walk is so beautiful. It really doesn't make people live. Oh, when did the Xiaoao faction have so many characters? 35. Zhang Gan made a gesture of invitation. Brother Li. Oh, no. It's Brother Li, please. Epic achievements earn 1,000 status points in the Happy Pie. And Zhang Gan, the director of the glory department, only has 100 status points. An additional 1,000 points will be added to the position of the head of the glory of the Happy sect. An additional 2,000 points will be added to the current head position. Li Chengfeng has this achievement. In the Xiaoyao faction, it is more than 10,000 people under the head. Except for the honorary head of the 5 generations and the current head, no one can surpass his status. Obviously, Li Chengfeng has now become the elder brother of the Xiaoyao faction. Zhang Jin should have changed his name to senior brother. Li Chengfeng stepped on the red carpet and boarded the red flag car under the gaze of thousands of pairs of eyes. Many people followed the car, most of whom were women, just to be able to appreciate his style for a while. There are even many girls who chased and shouted, "Young Master Li, can you please add me? Young Master Li, add me, I won't disturb you, please verify through the address book." Li Chengfeng is a little embarrassed, but it didn't show on the face. These people Li Chengfeng must not be added. Where can I find the SEB news? But there's a very beautiful hot pants girl, very chic, with a pair of headphones hanging around his neck, wearing a vest that shows the navel, wheat-colored healthy skin, stepping on a skateboard backwards, keeping up with a speed of 80 kilometers per hour, always be on the right side of Li Chengfeng, hold the door. With a small smile on the corner of his mouth, he carefully measured Li Chengfeng. "I have a crush on you, will you marry me?" "What, marry you?" Li Chengfeng is a little confused. "I'm a man, you let me marry you?" Zhang Gan scolded. "Who?" The girl turned back slightly. "Who do you say I am?" Zhang Gan was startled, and his tone suddenly softened and respectfully said, "Guang, Your Highness Princess Qin, why are you here? Be careful not to fall." 39 Li Chengfeng raised his eyebrows slightly. "Dare to be a princess? Check your info, Ying Qin. It seems that the local Qin royal family is indeed surnamed Ying. Today, I came to the holy station to do something, and I happened to meet you who sent someone to get an epic achievement 99. Then he turned his face to look at Li Chengfeng. "I came to see. I didn't expect this little brother to be so handsome. I fell in love with him. I want him to be my concubine." In the end, Li Chengfeng gave the princess a face, added her address book. However, it is still a level 4 friend. At the door of the Xiaoyao school, the flower basket salute has already been prepared. 30,000 disciples lined up in a 1-kilometer-long welcome line. The red flag car slowly drove on the road, formed by the human wall. Passers-by stopped to watch. "I thought, what happened to Xiaoyao dispatch? Such a big battle?" "Welcome out a street. Senior Brother Li, Brother Li." Oh, with the arrival of Li Chengfeng, everyone is cheering, clapping, or throwing petals. Li Chengfeng sent a message to the only first-level friend. "Li Chengfeng, Mom, this is the first time in my life that I am so honored. Shufu Io, haha, enjoy it." Li Chengfeng, "It's so grand, I'm embarrassed." Shufu Io, "What does it feel like?" Li Chengfeng, "It's like that kind of marriage." Since then, some people are throwing flowers and some people are cheering. Shufu Io, "Oh, it sounds like you were married." Li Chengfeng, "No, I'm just making an analogy." Shufu Io, "Don't you want to get married?" Li Chengfeng, "Of course not, I don't even have a partner." Shufu Io, "Then who do you like? Quickly confess to her, blush." Li Chengfeng, "There are people I like, but if you want me to take the initiative to confess, it is impossible. I will wait for her to confess." Shufu Io, "Oh, you are quite arrogant." Woodley. Li Chengfeng, to each other. The school flower of Shu University. Li Chengfeng didn't know that she had fallen in love with her long ago. But it is holding the shelf of the school flower and maintaining restraint. Don't express yourself. Li Chengfeng just depends on how long she can be stable. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.